Thanks for showing up for this amazing D&D session. I appreciate you being here. I am going to let my DM, the amazing man that he is, explain to you everything that's going on and allow him to set the story and to let you know everything that's going on up to this point, get you caught up, and who knows, maybe you'll fall in love with it too. Back to him.
Our story takes place in the grand continent of Uthra, once the home to the most powerful and wise peoples of all races. A utopia of grandiose thinking, innovations. Magics had never been so vast or varied. All peoples were prosperous in an age of peace and happiness. But seemingly overnight, silver fog overtook the known world, plunging it into chaos. The Golden Age is now long past, and in the past 100 years or so, progress has gone backwards. Magic's lost, history's forgotten. And now the reign of regal politics now dominates the balance of the world. Kings bicker over petty landlines and disputes of bloodly lineage. The land is now separated by a vast magical wilderness, coated in silver fog. Only the most prominent and well taken care of roads still exist, making any towns along these roads hubs of humanity. Outside the walled bastions, the silver fog carries its own dangers, able to move the environment and its denizens, making navigation difficult if not impossible. Luckily, there are places in the world within the fog that are anchored into place. One of those locations, a bustling city called Yetta O'Dare, where we find our band of heroes. One of which is Branch, a Feywild centaur with the lower half of a large deer, using bow and spear to exact revenge on the warkin who killed his family. Calliope Moonsong, a lush Kalishtar glamour bard, the center of all attention and a friend to all. Aaron, a half-elf divination wizard with a doctorate in archaeology and a knack for map-making. Tyrius Redgefist, a Satyr whispers bard, as keen with a rapier as he is aloof. And finally, Boris Steelgut, a paladin haunted by the past and seeking a brighter future.
So after we kicked these weird little demon things' asses and the rest of the goofballs went down further into the cellar, they had a moment where they all tripped balls and seen some things and wandered off. I don't quite know what that was about. Interesting to watch, though. They had a conversation with an odd character, and he went poof. Don't quite understand what happened there either. After that, Bookworm decided to put me to hard labor hauling barrels down from a second floor storage area and then up several flights of stairs. It was great, I assure you. The sassy dwarf kept me fired up, though, so work went fairly quickly, and then Bookworm had me put all of the barrels in the cart, too. Quite the slave driver. After that, I told them I'm fucking off, and I took a nap. Well-deserved, mind you. The rest of the party just kind of went down a trail, I guess, and then, I guess, fog storm rolled in. I've never heard of one of those before, but yeah, the party was pretty oblivious. A whole bunch of crazy winds and thick fog voices. It was, well, good thing I didn't have to deal with it. Other than that, the night carried on, and I guess they survived.
Last week, you all ventured forth from Shireton Cellars, loading up your cart with several casks of the Rosyfoot Reserve, a wine that you all were tasked to retrieve by a mysterious third party. You all, on your way back from the cellars to Yetta O'Dare, made decent progress, but a rather thick plume of fog came through, and you all decided to make camp for the night, camouflaging the cart with Branch's idea. And you guys all essentially tried to just take it easy for the night and ride it out. As the winds began to pick up in the fogs and blast the party with these high winds, you guys could hear the graveling sounds of what appears to be like large boulders grinding together. This sounds almost like distant thunder in the fogs around you. And eventually coming across, oh, not coming across, but hearing a titanic roar within the fogs passing over you. And as the roar kind of echoes out over the area you guys are all camping in, as quickly as the fog came in and harassed the party, it left, and you find yourselves in what appears to be a morning dawn. Unusual because you guys have only been resting for maybe 2-3 hours or so.
Bofer is not resting.
To be clear.
To
No
be
part of
very
that
clear,
was
Bofer is not resting.
But yeah, Beaufort, to recap on that, you did see quite a few shifting shadows amongst the fog, and it just hit you the wrong way as a little bit of shock entered your body, made this experience a little bit harsher for you than for the rest of the party. And as you find yourselves basking in the morning dawn, the chill of night passing over as you guys see the cotton candy sky of Yetta O'Dare above you, the fog seeming to hang low near the roots and shallow grasses of the area you're in. And in the trees around you, still see these fast moving wisps of silver fog dancing through the tree boughs. Tierney reappearing before you all and goes, "Well, that was rather interesting."
Ooh-wee. I wonder where that war came from.
I feel like interesting is certainly a word for it.
I don't know. According to Beaufort, it's the most terrifying thing we could have come across. So
Bofer is okay. To reiterate, Bofer's going through what we know now as a panic attack, and is back against the wagon, like white knuckle gripping a javelin in his left hand and a sword in his right hand, staring straight through the camouflage that Branch built for us, and gritting his teeth on the cigar that Calliope gave me, and just like sweating, profuse, pale in the face, just sweating.
You like compared him to Wolverine last session, talking about is he in berserker mode right now?
Yeah,
Like if we talk to him the wrong way, is he gonna stab one of us?
Yeah, it's not great. I made 2 nat 1, I think, perception checks, and so that's what caused this.
Oh,
I made 2 nat 1 rolls. This is where we're at now.
no.
So Bofer's not answering. If y'all are looking and trying to like gather information, I'm not answering. I am 1,000 yard stare.
He's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I was gonna like try and get his attention, but like, you know, wave a hand in front of his face. He's not seeing it, is he? Right now.
I'm in a tree. That's I think I was last. Still
You're
alive.
in a tree.
Yeah, I'm in a tree. Making sure that nothing happens.
What do you see in your tree? What do your centaur eyes see?
My centaur, I see.
Perception check.
Oh my god.
The DM reminding us he's here.
Got him.
I exist, I promise you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We love to see
Huzzah.
that.
Oh no. 19.
Yes, sir.
So from your perception, or wait, who rolled that? Branch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, Branch, as you are up on this elevated position, as the fog clears out, as you're looking out over the clearing, over this clearing, and into like the pine trees, kind of. Which way would this be? I guess it would be going from the west to the east. You see this zigzag like trench carved into trees, like whole pine trees are just collapsed and fallen down, and you just see this like a path of carnage, but it doesn't look like or tornado or anything. It's just it's really
Looks
hard to
like
describe. It's just
a big thing ravaged through the area.
yeah,
Like that.
like boulders are overturned, like trees are broken, and it's just like a clean cut path through this pine forest.
Hey guys. With my centaur eyes, I see what seems to be paths of destruction. So,
Which way were they going? Like, if we're going towards Yetta Oldera, are they going towards Yetta Oldera as well?
So the tracks are going from essentially west to east. You guys are going south to north.
Oh, it's going right across our path. Fantastic.
Mmm.
Hi. Hi.
Alright.
I love that.
wow. Yeah, it looks traumatizing from up here. Maybe
Okay.
I'm
getting
sorry.
down.
Aaron's not laughing, but that was funny. Just traumatizing. Hi. Aaron looks at Bofer and then looks up at like where branches in the trees. Like, I don't know if we could afford that right now.
What's going on? How's everybody doing down there?
Looks at Bofer again. Maybe you should come back down.
Our branch gets his big ass down.
Because it's
Uh,
not an okay situation right now. I don't think.
oh man, I calmly approach Aaron and go, "What's not okay? What's up?"
She points at Bofer. That's not okay.
Oh,
No.
I see
He's
both
not
of us
okay.
staring into the forest, and
He's
very,
not doing well.
I calmly yet loud enough for him to hear me approach him from afar, from behind, and like put my hand on his shoulder, and I just go,
Mm.
"Hey, buddy, uh, how you doing there?"
Bofer feels your hand on his shoulder, and after what seems like an eternity, I would imagine something along the lines of like not quite trying to shake you off, but just kind of like gets out from under your hand and takes a couple deep breaths and closes his eyes and just like he's not shaking either, but he's just like breathing heavy, just heavy breathing, like labored almost, and then lets out a big deep breath and goes, I am, I'm okay. I'm okay. What? I'm very sorry. I was not listening. Um,
You're
what?
all right, buddy.
What
It's okay.
happened? What happened?
Well, we were on alert because we heard some wars and things was about to look dicey, but nothing approached us, and the fog cleared out. So our watch is over.
Wait. Nothing approached us.
Well, I mean, you definitely saw something, and then we were on watch, and then
It,
the fog cleared.
but Buffer goes from looking panicked to severely confused and goes, "What? Real quick, before I explain what I saw, what actually happened?"
Um,
Oh, that's a sentence right there. Wow.
well, oh, like a storm overcame us. You saw a guy in the forest, and heard two loud thumps that were in our vicinity. We woke up the party, got on alert, and it seems like maybe they sensed we were on alert and they moved on.
So I'm gonna be as ki- I- I'm gonna be as honest as possible here. I didn't see just one thing.
What did you see?
There there were multiple um humanoid-ish figures. When I say multiple, I don't mean like 2, 3. I mean there were multiple moving around our camp, and it's like if I looked into their eyes, like have you ever looked at something and when it's dusk and there's silhouettes around, and you look at something and just as quickly as you look at it, it goes away? It's like you can only view it in your peripheral. I saw multiple of that, and Calliope would know that the reason for the panic attack is because that's similar to what happened to me prior to my situation now. So Calliope knows that that's what I kind of saw in the fog at the very beginning of this whole journey.
Calliope is just in the background fiddling with bottles, trying not to spill beans and not it's big.
Right. The rest of us don't know that.
but
The rest of
but
us don't know.
yeah,
that,
yeah.
right?
And so basically what I try to best way to explain to y'all, Beaufort didn't just see a weird boulder thing or just one or two assailants. He saw what looked like an army that was not
Right.
that was moving throughout all around us. So Beaufort says, I deeply apologize for kind of freaking out. I will do better. I will get better. I will get better about it. I apologize. I guess, hey, the sun's up. I say we get moving.
There's nothing to apologize for.
Sirius is
Beaufort.
sitting on the sitting on the cart and nodding. Doesn't look to anyone. He's just nodding by himself. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Because
how much mushroom did you put in the tobacco?
okay, curious.
But Beaufort, okay, wait. You got to know, Beaufort chuckles and says, enough to calm a panic attack. All right, let's get moving.
She just looks from Tyrius back to Beaufort, like, are you okay? No, really, because you really weren't okay a second ago. You all right?
He holds out his hand. He puts his sword and javelin away and holds out his hands, and they're not like, but they're mildly shaking, and he's like, I'm better than I was. We're okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to convince Mitch that Sirius is going to be a herbalist, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how far we got along that thing, but he's gonna get off the cart, goes to Boffer, and says, "Yeah, try to lay off the mushroom." Takes out the pouch. Try this next time if you're anxious.
Oh, he's got that good herb.
Beaufort looks down at the pouch.
I got you covered.
Beaufort says, we'll try it next time if it pops up again. Right now, as of right now, and I look back at Branch and I point at him and I say, your boy pulled me out, so I think we're okay. For right now. Right now, it's fine. Later, though, that may be needed.
Feel free to share with me. Yeah.
Yeah, it just gives you a reassuring nod.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Gotcha.
You'll need it. You will need it. Don't worry.
Okay.
That's the silence. Was it nod?
At that point, Beaufort's putting up his stuff, and he's just trying to. He's going back to busy hands is a not busy mind. So he's just picking stuff up, putting stuff away. Just all right, let's get rocking and rolling.
And to be clear, it's quiet. There's no signs of disturbance besides the Like, we don't hear anything, we don't see anything. It's just a normal day looking.
The fog is hanging real low to the ground. The sun is shining through. There's like this cotton candy cloud sky above you. You hear like the rustling bushes around you, but looking around, it's small wildlife, squirrels, rabbits. You guys see like a couple of deer running away from you all through the shrubbery. You guys see like blackbirds up in the tree boughs, crows and ravens. You heard them cawing as the fog kind of lifted as they are interested in you all. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty pristine morning. Yeah.
Good to know. Did anything weird happen in the fog? Like,
Any
are we
tracks?
are we any closer to Yetta Old Air than we should be, or further away? Did it mess with our path at all?
Looks like you guys are in the same area. If those want to look around, give me either a perception if you're just doing a quick glance, investigation check if you are taking a few minutes to like look about, and if you want to use a survival check, I'll also allow that.
Investigation 21. Let's go. Because I know that like the fog
With
can
the
sometimes
7, I
mess
don't
with the
think
terrain, so
that-
good to check.
Bofer is
Yeah,
just
you left me in a
packing
room
stuff
full
up.
of testosterone last week.
You what?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Calliope?
I said you left me in a room full of testosterone last week.
I know, and none of them checked your impulsiveness while I was gone. Oh, guys,
Nope, we did not.
leave me out for one session.
Nope.
I'm 5 minutes into listening to the session last week, and I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, come on, guys.
No
we
one's
let
surrendering.
we let the chaos roll.
I know.
But
Dead, it's
with
fine.
that,
Nobody died. Nobody died. We're good.
so Branch and Tirius, you guys are looking about. Branch, you are turned in the direction of where that giant zigzag trench has been carved through the tree line, and you're kind of like looking in that general direction, but you can't make much out. It's just far enough and just foggy enough to where you can't make out any real details. Aaron and Calliope, as you are looking about the area, like there's a lot of wind damage, like large tree branches are fallen and crumpled to the ground. A lot of the smaller shrubs are all kind of like pushed in one direction as if heavy winds had been battering them all night.
So that wasn't just like a weird phenomenon. That actually did happen then.
Mhm.
Like there's physical evidence it did happen. Okay.
And then you guys would also make out with your investigation, like just the general direction of carnage of that path going from west to east. With your guys' investigations, I would say you guys moved about a little bit closer, and you guys would see that there's like cleanly sheared off like tree trunks. Like it almost looks like a chainsaw went through and hit them, but it's all one clean like groove down where they were cut. And
Bunyan?
I would say with Aaron, you would see that there's unnatural like imprint marks in parts of the soft earth.
Like footsteps, maybe? Like big ones?
I mean, it looks like the investigation would get you so far. Roll me. I feel like a nature check would work.
All right. Oh, I got high nature too. Sweet. Come on, nature. What's another 21?
Holy cow.
It
God damn.
almost looks like a wyvern's like wing knuckle, but it's way too big. Like the knuckle is almost 2 feet across in some places and digs into the earth like a good 6 inches.
So maybe more like an actual dragon?
Possibly.
Oh boy.
Is Paul Bunyan in town? What?
Well, no, because like you said the thing with the trees, and I'm like maybe a giant with like a
Yeah.
big axe or
Yeah,
something.
that's what I was
Was
thinking.
my immediate thought too. But you're talking about wyverns. Oh boy.
Okay.
I would point that out to the others to maybe have them come and check. Be like, hey guys, there's stuff going on. Stuff and things. Big things. Very big things.
Bofer is just continuing to pack.
Yeah.
He's unworried. Just
Unsurprising and valid. You know what? Valid.
He's ready to get out of here.
Bofer, you stay over there.
Bofer is prepared to just leave. Get
let's
out of here.
Go. Let's
Yeah,
leave.
Wretch, helps
Tyrius,
on that
Tyrius
leaving
stops
idea.
Tyrius stops everything when he hears. He hears the wyvern. It's like stops. Guys, didn't we have to kill one of those?
We were looking
Board,
for a
I
nest of
remember
those.
something.
In fact, we weren't supposed to kill them.
Yeah,
We were just
so-
supposed to report on the nest. Did we find it?
So there is one here.
The
Yeah,
Wyvern Nesting Grounds is a point of interest the Wyvern Nesting Grounds are a point of interest much farther to the south.
Okay, well then this
Are
is
they
interesting.
migrating?
Yeah, what the hell are they doing here if that's the case?
Are
I
they
think
Unless
we're-
this is
relocating?
I think we're like 2 days from
we
town.
can just
but, like,
follow the rubble.
20
and
days
find the
from
nest.
the wyvern nest.
Well, yeah. Obviously.
And yet now it
Well, if
looks
you
like
can
they might
find
also be 2 days from town
here,
if it's this close. Yeah, that's weird.
We were supposed to go home and get supplies. There are people we gotta talk to.
Bofer,
It's going-
Bofer perks
So
up
what
when
do
you
you-
say that
yeah.
and goes, absolutely.
So you guys want to just turn back? We'll just go back to town then.
It's
We're leaving
going
this
north.
alone.
We're going north. I say we just live and let live at this time, people.
we have too many stuff to get rid of.
Because
Just like one of the
Many
fucking
stuff to
wine
get rid
barrels.
of.
What about the wine barrels?
What
What
if it
happened?
breaks one? Let's just avoid fighting, get home, and then we can fuck a bunch of shit up. There are pendrakes there,
There are pendrakes there, and they do have debts to pay.
and they
God damn it.
they know what's big. God damn it! So like, let's go get paid. The big spooky can just stay a big unknown spooky, and we'll come back and beat it up if it comes across us. Okay? Like we whip everything else's ass.
I feel like we should at least tell somebody, hey, like when we get back to camp, I would say maybe when we get back to camp, we just warn somebody, or not camp, but town rather. Be like, hey, so we didn't see anything exactly, but we definitely saw signs that there might be wyverns incoming. Just be aware of that.
Listen,
And then if anybody else wants to handle it, maybe they handle it.
Mm.
Because that feels a little above our pay
Boy,
grade.
Sirius goes,
like I
did
feel like
she
that's information
find
people
the
pay for.
wine bottle? She's actually
I didn't
making
say we gave it to him for
sense.
free. Although, people's lives on the line, maybe we shouldn't worry about the gold right this second. Because if Yetta Oldair goes down to a wyvern attack, we have big problems. It's one of the few towns we still have, remember?
Okay, fine.
Your girlfriend, your other girlfriend is there, remember?
My baby mama don't know about her.
Yeah, I
I'm trying to blow
know.
up the spot.
But
Tyranny
you
raises an
remember,
eyebrow.
right? You remember. Oh, because that was the other thing. You were flirting with her the whole time. I'm sitting here thinking, did the red fang mean nothing to you? She's still back at the guild.
The red fang. I mean nothing to the red fang. Calliope's just moving.
In these streets.
Exactly. For the streets. Didn't you hear her when she told Hal she does not have a woman? It would slow her down.
I'm actually
I just
crying.
wanted to make sure we all remember.
I'm actually crying. Oh my god.
You're welcome. Fully out of the panic.
Erin, my dear, you're so naive. Just hush. There are some relationships going on here. We don't need to upset them. Just hush.
There's nothing wrong with,
Besides,
open
you can
communication, but there
whi-
must be
you can
communication.
whisper to her. She understands.
Shit. He goes,
Whisper. She can
damn.
move into your mind and read it.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you say it out loud in front in front of your girlfriend?
Because I can't mind link, and I've seen this going on for days, and I needed to say something, Tyrius. I'm sorry.
Beaufort stands up for just a second and goes, "Don't forget, she breathes what you breathe."
Yeah, that too. What's going on there, Calliope?
I'm my baby. I thought we established this already.
Okay, so I'm okay. Just making sure I'm not part of your harem.
No, you're not my type.
Your growing harem.
No, you're not worldly enough. You're cute though. But you're my
Sure.
baby.
Fuck you too.
Ooh. That is-
Beaufort's gonna walk
I
up to
would
Branch.
bust out my aloe vera.
Beaufort's gonna walk up to Branch and tap him and be like,
Oh, yeah.
"Is this?" Yeah, I'm gonna walk up next to Branch and be like, "Is this like a normal thing that happens? What's happening right now?"
No, this is sort of unique.
It's another pouch of his, from his was it backpack? Goes to Aiden. Here,
Yeah.
I think you should apply this because that was a huge burn.
Go fuck yourself, Tyrius. Put it away until we actually need it.
Oh Lord.
Girlfriend, we wouldn't be here right now, god damn it. No. Can we go home?
Beaufort
Huh?
goes,
Damn.
Beaufort goes, I second that very much so. I second that very much so. Let's rock and roll
Right.
here.
Calliope's just gonna start muttering angrily to herself. I woo bitches every day. Now all of a sudden everybody got a problem with it because I woo bad bitches. The fuck? Get on my level then.
You guys miss me. I'm just here for the drama secretly. Aaron's here to cause problems and make
Aaron's
maps.
here
and
to-
She's out of maps.
As the kids say, stir the pot.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Not always, but sometimes.
So, question: how much stuff was out of the wagon that we have to put back in the wagon? Was it just everyone's personal belongings, or what did we? Was there
Yeah, it
actual
was just like
camping
bedding
stuff?
supplies
Okay.
and maybe some campfire materials. You guys didn't do like a full unpack.
Okay.
You guys just kind of camouflaged the cart and just got enough out to make yourselves comfortable.
Okay, so up to this point, Beaufort is full blown. Backpack is packed, weapons are holstered, notebook is out with Quill and everything, and he's looks like a full blown like adventuring toddler with a beard. Like, all right, let's go, everybody, let's rock and roll.
That's toddler with a beard.
Out of curiosity, did we actually get the barrels out of the dungeon?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys got
Yeah.
7 barrels
Back
total,
in.
one more than requested.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of which, is my shadow still out, or has he gone back to his shadow?
Oh
I don't-
no, he fucked off to your shadow like a good
Okay.
10 minutes into session. Like as soon as he got the barrels up, he was like, "Yep, all right, I'm done. Peace out, guys."
After-
and
His-
just
his
dipped,
man-
melted into goop, and fell into your shadow.
After Beaufort showed him what's up.
Yeah, all 4 feet of you. I love that. But no, that too, you guys bullied my shadow without me. What the hell?
Seeking your honor. Be glad.
You kept him in his place, but also
Exactly.
I feel bad for him now. Cause I gotta feed him. I really gotta
Yeah, you
feed
gotta
him.
feed him.
We gotta get him up to
You're
scratch.
starving no pet husband. The fuck?
This is embarrassing.
Beaufort's gonna pull Branch and Tyrius aside and go, "Hey, before we head out, I've never been to this town. I come from the mountains. I've never been to this town, so I'm just gonna follow y'all around for a little bit. And if y'all wouldn't mind pointing me in the direction of number one, somebody who can get this inflamed cut less inflamed, and also I need to get to a blacksmith and a leather worker as fast as possible."
He's gonna love the blacksmith in town.
He didn't hear that. He pulled them aside. He's having boy talk.
I know, I'm being nosy. Shh.
But
God damn it, Aaron.
The reason I came to them two was because y'all two were already going on in the background, so I pulled them two aside like, hey, this is my thing.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Never
I
mind.
feel like Erin needs to take the observant feed just so she can read lips wherever she's at.
That's true.
Right. Like I'm listening to one person, but I'm looking to the side at another person, and be like, "Oh yeah, that conversation's going well too."
Yeah, and then I also
That table's dropping tea right now.
yeah,
Ooh.
and
You
then
guys,
Bofer also
I'm sorry, I
tells.
just missed you guys.
You're good. You're good. We miss you too.
Aw.
Yeah, no, for real.
I pull as I'm talking to them. I also let y'all know. I say Bofer says, I also have a contact that I need to get in contact with. And so if y'all could point me in the direction of the guild and like the bar area, that would also be great. I got to get in contact with somebody.
Oh yeah, no problem, brother.
Well, the guild and the bar is going to be the first that we are going to visit, so don't worry about that.
But
You're gonna love the blacksmith.
Oh yeah.
They are lovely and friendliest bunch of dwarves. Need some
Bofer does
occasional
not show
orders.
any kind of happiness or anything when you say that. He's just like, okay, cool.
Meanwhile, Calliope gets excited anytime you mention something dwarven.
She just caught the word dwarves. Like, what? What's up?
Yeah, no, for real.
You have two different sides of the spectrum. You have Calliope, who every time she hears
You're
dwarf
afraid
gets
you're gonna
super
meet family?
elated, and then you have Bofer when he hears the word dwarf, he's like, oh.
Like, oh no, people that know my lore.
Yeah,
Hey, you're afraid you're gonna meet family?
My new friends don't know it yet.
yeah. I don't need my lore drop coming from other people. That's what I don't need.
You know how you avoid that? You do the lore drop yourself.
Calliope knows.
How about no?
Against his will.
Crazy nuts bastard.
You know Calliope can't hold water when she's drunk, right? Like, you need to say something.
It'll probably come out, but not right now. We're on a journey. We need to pack up
No.
and move
And
on. We need to
We're
pack
still
up our
just
stuff.
talking by the
We're
wagon.
still standing here. Bover is about to start just walking. He's ready to
Like,
get
I
out of
believe you
here.
here.
Yeah.
Let's get in the wagon. Let's go.
Yeah. Bofer's like, hey, Aaron, you showed me how to draw a map now. I'm rocking and rolling.
Take my knowledge and
Calliope.
leave.
Did we get any kind of rest, by the way?
This
Oh, yeah.
would have qualified as a short rest.
Okay.
Awesome. Did I use anything before? I mean, probably a bardic.
I don't need any hit die right now.
I didn't use any of my stuff while I was gone, did I?
What is a hit die, by the way? Can
No.
somebody? No.
Okay, cool.
I'll ask that when we're not streaming. Shh.
Oh, what was the question? Or you can
What's
just
that?
DM me.
Okay, awesome.
I took a short rest. I'm gonna go ahead and pull Bless off as well, off of Branch for now.
Oh, that would have been long over.
Yeah, it's gone. So
Also, again, that maintains concentration, right?
yeah, I have
And-
to hold
And,
concentration
your
on it.
concentration was lost for a minute there.
Yeah. It was absolutely lost after 2 nat ones. It was absolutely gone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Serious, what was that 3? What happened?
He rolled hit dice to get his
That's-
HP back.
Short
Oh.
feeling.
Sorry.
And that's exactly what I needed for the full health.
Aw, perfect.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear. All right, Bofer's walking down the path that I think is the right way. Bofer is no longer. Bofer is no longer playing around. We are getting out
Who's
of here.
driving the cart? And who's riding shotgun?
I can drive if anybody
Alright.
wants me to drive.
That's fine.
Aaron, roll an animal handling. Everyone else, give me survival
Alright, sure.
checks.
Let's
Ooh.
go.
Ooh.
Oh, come on.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I got a 5.
Survival.
Oh,
I got a rock.
Can I roll again?
I got a 22.
Gopher's fine.
Somebody's making it.
Okay.
Oh, Calliope with a 23?
I almost got
Oh.
a 22 too.
Yeah, I got to one up you. Ooh.
You know.
You know,
Apparently,
with that
being
last
out of
one on the
practice, I can't
shotgun, I would assume that Tedious is going to fall off of every bigger bump.
No,
You fell
I
again?
would never be so mean. Aaron, what was your animal handling?
A 5. I got a rock.
Alrighty.
The horse is
And
mad at me.
can Calliope cast animal friendship and
Oh, you
make
have
the
it?
horse more cooperative? Perhaps.
I didn't even know you had that spell.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Why not? And then Branch, are you stealthing out from the party, maintaining like a perimeter watch? What are you doing with that stealth check, buddy?
Ah, I thought I clicked survival.
Womp womp.
It's even worse.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh
I
no!
need foreplay.
It.
What's the
Um,
favorite terrain?
Mmm,
That is
forest.
a good point.
Isn't
Forest,
this your
actually.
favorite terrain?
It is my favorite terrain.
I do
So-
believe that gives you
Yeah.
advantage of sorts.
Okay, well, lovely.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna roll again.
Run it past, Branch.
Hey,
There
that's
you
way
go.
better. That's
Yeah.
way.
It's
We'll
the
take
same
that.
as my false roll. So let's go.
It's
Mhm.
almost double what you got before. Good for you.
That's for
Listen.
sure.
And
There
it
you
pulled
go,
you
bud.
guys over the pass-fail ratio. So,
Woo!
Christ.
Ooh.
That's what I'm
What
talking
does
about.
that mean?
so with that, Branch, your leg is still pretty sore, so you're not making great time. Calliope, with your assistance, is there a boost to that, or Aaron, did you re-roll an animal handling?
Oh, I didn't re-roll it. Do I need to re-roll it? Or does it just mean like
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
see how
good.
it does with Calliope's help using animal friendship.
So does it give me advantage then? Or
Actually, let me look up the
how does that work?
English.
Because I don't usually use that spell.
I. Do-do-do.
It can be in range. You must hear the beast. Beast intelligence force higher. The spell ends. Otherwise, the beast must see the wisdom saving throw to be charmed. All right. What is a horse's intelligence?
How smart's the horse?
Please, oh please, let the horse not be that smart.
I was gonna say, I thought horses actually were like in real life. Horses are pretty smart, but I don't know
I
about
know,
D&D.
but Princess Butterclops wasn't, so.
You don't know that. Have you talked to her? You don't know
Princess
that.
Butterclops failed. Princess Butterclops was able to be charmed by animal friendship. That's how I know.
A horse's intelligence is a 2.
Haha!
Oh,
So-
So yes,
no.
the horse is charmed, and it is on its better behavior. Still
Okay.
giving you a little bit of sass here and there, as it likes to kind of like wander off lightly to either side of the road, causing the cart to kind of like ride up on an edge or kind of grumble on some of the uneven stones that are on the immediate path.
Oh my god. We didn't gave this horse a name, by the way, did we? It's
No.
Princess Butterclops and horse.
This
right?
horse's name, after hearing that it has a 2 intelligence, is now Hans.
Why Hans?
The horse meme of like the horse with like a very little body and its legs are all like shot out like this.
Oh.
And it just says Honse Hans at the top of the screen.
With Bofer and Calliope kind
Oh,
of
I
guiding
thought
the
like a
way
German
and
name,
acting. But as Bofer and Calliope kind of lead the way, acting as vanguard for the caravan, you all travel without too much of a hitch. Bofer and Calliope, however, as you guys are moving through, you guys would catch an increase noise of like rustling bushes that are almost just too perfectly timed with where you guys are moving.
Uh-oh.
So Beaufort goes from, goes from the mindset of, all right, we're gonna get back to town. We're gonna go talk to some people. Like he's been like slowing himself down since the whole ordeal. And once he starts hearing those things, he's like, and starts to hype himself up a little bit again. Not full panic.
What the Jesus Christ was that?
Yeah, not full panic yet, but
Right.
I'm going to kind of saddle up next to Calliope wherever she is, and I'm going to say, hey, do you like get close. I'm not trying to wig anybody out, so I just get up close. I'm like, hey, do you hear that stuff? The rustling?
Calliope mind links with Bofer.
Oh,
Yeah. What of it? Stuff's always rustling. It's a fucking forest.
well, thank you, detective. My point is it's perfectly timed with each bump our wheels hit. That's not weird to you?
Oh. I mean, I just thought it was rhythmic. It was kind of nice for a second.
Hey, you
now
know
I'm
what?
scared.
Well, I'm not. But listen, don't wig out. Don't wig out. It's
Well,
fine.
obviously, I'm high.
but, but you hear an audible laugh in his mind. But Beaufort's like, I'm gonna just start kind of walking to either side of the caravan and see if I can see anything. If you want to inform Miss Tyranny up above to keep an eye out, if she's still up there, I don't even know if she's still up there, but if she is, like, inform her to kind of take a look out from above.
For some reason, I imagined her chilling in the carriage.
Oh yeah, she's sitting on top of the wine casks right now,
Yeah.
just lightly
She's our
puffing on her
passenger
dwarvish
princess.
cigar still. She lit it up probably like 5-10 minutes ago, and it's just gingerly puffing on it, relaxing on all the wine barrels in the cart.
Yeah.
She's smoking a lit cigar on top of flammable alcohol. Really?
Absolutely. That's what
Really?
that's what a boss does.
She herself is combustible. I don't like it. Like, yeah.
But I'm gonna I'll tell Calliope, if you want to stay mind linked with me, if you see or hear something, you can, or if you just want to shout it out when you see or hear something, do that. I don't really care. I'm gonna start kind of patrolling. And so, if you're cool with it, I'm gonna make the best investigation you've ever seen with a +0.
You got this, Beaufort. We
Before
believe
that,
in you.
Beaufort, roll me a d8.
Lovely.
Just a flat D8.
Yep.
Just
What
a
are you
regular,
planning?
just a little old d8, nothing special to it.
4.
We finally have somebody crazier on the team than me. That's amazing.
That's terrifying.
I
What are you
rolled
planning,
a
Mitch?
4.
Okay. And you said you're doing an investigation check to do a quick perimeter sweep?
Yep, the best one you've ever seen. I have +0 to investigation. This is going to be the best. This is going to be a nat 20 right here. This is going to be a nat
You
20.
look, Chris Batman.
It's not a nat 20, but it's
So
a 14.
an investigation will essentially be you taking a few minutes walking alongside the cart to like look around. So all right, 14. All right. You are walking alongside the cart for probably like a good 10-15 minutes, maybe about 20 feet out from the road. They can still see you from your position in the woods and vice versa. And as you're looking around, suddenly from one of the bushes, you see a very large, either crow or raven, kind of fly out in a rush, cawing at you.
I'm going to real fast, because ravens are also a part of, Nordic mythology, and we know that ravens can be used as messengers and all kinds of things and all kinds of different signs. I'm going to throw a javelin and try to pin it to the ground. Whether it dies or doesn't, I'm going to take that thing down if I can.
It's a messenger of the gods. You're gonna javelin it?
Well, I mean, the point of it is whether it dies or not, I'm at least going to get it on the ground. It's not going anywhere. That's the point. Okay, let me see. So I also have proficiency with it. So if I hit, this creature will also be slowed and have 10 feet less of speed.
That's fine.
So I'm gonna.
Do the rest of us see it, by the way, or is it just?
Oh yeah, it's probably a good 35 or 40 feet from the road, and you guys and Beaufort's kind of like in between you and where this raven flies out from the bushes.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 12 to hit.
A 12 does hit.
Oh, let's go.
Alright.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Roll damage.
Yep.
Get him in the wing.
4.
Yeah. Clip
Damage.
As you throw the javelin, your javelin just goes a hair high and scrapes across the raven's back as angrily like claws at you. You see something fall from the raven's neck with a small thud. It lands in the shrubbery and leaves on the ground as it flies off. Bright red blood splattering to the ground as it flies off.
I'm going to, as fast as you ever seen a 4-foot a person run, I'm going to run as fast as I can to where everything fell, and I'm going to, I got one of my spells back. I'm going to cast Detect Magic right before I touch anything to look at the blood and whatever the object is, and if the object isn't going to kill me when I touch it, I'm going to pick up the object.
The object on the ground appears to be looks to be some sort of bone that has like a small dehydrated goblin skull topper. And it is bound together in like thorns and some sort of like sinew-like material, and it has this tightly bound leather almost looks like a necklace, but the leather's been cut in two by your javelin.
But there's no magic on it.
Oh, it's magic.
Oh,
It
okay.
throws with magic.
Okay, so can my Detect Magic tell what kind of magic it is?
I do believe you'd get the school, and this would be the darker magics. This is associated with blood magics. So I guess the
Okay.
school of necromancy.
Yep. School of Necromancy, and I imagine that's what the blood looks like as well.
The blood is a deep red color.
Okay, there's no magic on it.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, no.
Okay. So Bofer's going to if I'm ahead of y'all a little bit, I'm going to wait till y'all kind of catch up as I'm inspecting all of this, and then as y'all start to come and pass by, I'm gonna go, all right, I think we're being spied on. And I hold up the little necklace thing, and I say, I can't exactly tell what's going on with this. All I know for sure is I tried to look deeper into the into the magic of it. It's necromancy. It's dark magic for sure. Something.
Could I trust identify on that?
You
To,
can
like-
if you wish.
Yeah,
To
I'll
better
ha-
gauge.
yeah, I'll hand it to you too. If you let me know you're gonna cast some magic on it to try to figure it out, I'll hand it to you and say go for it. But we're being watched, so keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. We're being watched.
Yeah. And Mitch, do you think we would have 10 minutes for me to cast this as a ritual? Because I can cast it as a ritual.
Yeah, absolutely. You're more than welcome to roll it while or have that 10-minute gap while the rest of the party does stuff and things as you're in the car doing your wizard stuff and things.
My wizard stuff and things.
While she's preparing to do all that ritual stuff, I'm gonna look at everybody else and say, so I don't know where so it was a raven. Ravens typically, from where I come from, are used as like messengers. People can like go into their eyes and view through their eyes. Ravens are kind of a big deal. All I know for sure is that if something magical enough for me to see it, something was watching us. Whether it be bad or good, not sure. I just know that it had dark magic on it. So something was watching us, and I look at Branch and I go, are you, I feel like we need to get to a medic or something soon so you can get that leg healed up. Can we, is there a way to hoof it a little faster, or do you think we're good at this pace? What do you think? I don't like being out here being watched, and that's why I want to let y'all know everything going on.
My leg is all right. I think we're okay going at this pace, but we are being watched, and they know that we know. So, I think hoofing it is just in our advantage overall. I think that'd be a good idea.
I got another.
Well, if they watch us and they know us, then does it matter if we speed up or slow down? They are going to know it anyway.
Bofer kind of hears that and goes, "Yeah, you might be right. It may. I just wanted to give you all of the information that I just found. And I'm, by the way, Mitch, for reference, I left the javelin. I'm down to 2. I just left it. I'm not dealing with it. It's gone. But I'm like, we're good. I just wanted to make sure y'all understood the circumstances we're in. We're someone's got eyes on us. I personally don't mind the idea of hoofing it, but it's probably biased because I don't like being out here. But I do think you're right, Tyrius. I think it doesn't really matter.
How exactly does this work? This eye on us?
It's just
Does it see through you or
no.
sees you? How
Usually,
does it work?
it's like you. Oh, okay. And I point at Calliope and I say, so you know how she can read your mind? Her thing is she can kind of like jump in your mind and talk to you. There's some magics that my people possess that instead of reading your mind, we kind of take over your sense of sight and can see what you see. Not necessarily not being able to see like magic things going on or anything like that. Nothing ethereal, or arcane. But it's like it's almost as if I not taking over your body, just taking over your sense of sight, and that's what we kind of can use ravens for. Typically, ravens are what we use because that's a bird of our god Morodin. But that's neither here nor there. That's kind of just a moot point. But the main thing is that there are people who have the ability to Beaufort points into the sky and goes, somebody could have sent 30 40 ravens out at once and have 30 40 people looking through the eyes of these ravens in a battle to do surveillance and intel on the battlefield so that way they can move our soldiers accordingly. It would be kind of the idea that like it was more of like a tactician thing rather than a brute force thing. But it still worries me mostly because I don't like, number one, like I said earlier, I don't like being out here. I don't like it. But number two, I don't like being out here and have someone who we don't know if they're good or bad watching our every move. I'm not a fan of either one of those things.
Yeah, me neither. Out of character, Mitch, retrospectively, would you allow me to replace one of my spells with Protect from Good and Evil?
I'll allow it.
Seriously?
I feel like you would need that.
I'm not a druid or a cleric, so
I'll
I'm just saying
allow
that
it.
technically,
That's
rule-wise,
fine.
okay, well, fair enough.
Take the win, man.
If I have it.
Right.
The DM
of
says
course,
so.
of course.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure. That-
I'm
Good
gonna
old equivalent exchange.
Okay.
while Erin is still doing her thing, I'm actually gonna talk to Calliope for a second and say, hey, speaking of the whole surveillance thing, does your telepathy thing, can you use senses like that, or is it just talking?
Well, depending on how, I guess, smart or how strong your brain is, I can kind of scrunch up secrets, but I don't really, take control of anybody.
Okay.
She just breathes when we breathe. You just hear from the back of the like I'm casting my spell, but I can hear you guys.
Right.
Mhm.
No, the main thing Beaufort's trying to explain is that ravens being out like this, number one, is not normal for a raven.
No.
Not normal. Number two,
No.
I know what they can be used for. So it's like,
Calliope is gonna look over at Beaufort and put a hand on his shoulder. Listen, guy, as far as I'm concerned, I'm taking everything you say in stride, but I just watched you have a whole fit and a cigar couldn't fix it. And that's good shit I got. All right, I don't smoke nothing. Well, that's beside the point. What I'm saying is, where I come from, crows mean goblins, or ravens mean goblins, and goblins mean squishy things we can crush.
Hey, you know what? Bofer pulls out the half chewed on cigar you gave him earlier and pulls out one of his little matches, lights it, and starts puffing it and just takes a good whiff of it and says, you know what? You're right. I could be overreacting. I know what my people used them for, and that's, I don't run into many goblins, so that's new news to me. I'm used to the dwarf.
Dwarf I've come across in this place, well, other than Lothrook. And he's a diamond heart.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, all I know is what we use them for, not necessarily what other races might use them for. That's why I was just trying, like I said, I was just trying to inform y'all of what I found. And so if y'all have other inferences to bring to it, by all means do so. Whoever's right will be right, and I don't care who's right as long as I'm following them.
Do we think about 10 minutes have passed, by the way?
Yeah, it's about that time.
Yeah, there we go.
I was going to say, speaking of other inferences,
You're
so
bad.
what do I get off of this amulet from the Raven? Is Bofer overreacting, or do we have reason for concern?
Give me 1 second. I will send you a DM with all the item description. You can cipher from there.
Oh no, it's the moss all over again.
He wasn't prepared for me to pull out a javelin.
Anyway, Bofer just started blasting.
Yeah, so anyways, I started blasting.
Oh no.
It's so ominous when he sends personal DMs. It's so ominous.
No, I know.
It makes me feel creepy.
You just see Red-Eyed Keeper is typing and falls over the chat.
You see the
Oh,
spot.
I'm sorry. I was not.
You see the Halo Spartan laser just.
Damn it. Oh no. Okay, hang on, let me read this.
Oh shit, it's you? Oh no, oh no.
What?
Rats listens in anticipation.
I think
Yeah,
all of us are listening in anticipation.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh wow, okay.
You just see Aaron like hunched over this amulet, just like, oh, all right, like mentally taking notes.
Bofer's gonna actually saddle up next to you and pull out his notebook and start writing whatever you're thinking or saying, whatever you say out loud. I'm just gonna start writing it.
Calliope is just brushing Princess Butterclop's mane.
For reference, we are still moving. We are not stopped.
Oh yeah, you guys
Yeah,
have like recollected and moved on from this point of interest.
Yeah, we are moving. We are not
Yeah,
stopped.
we're
Either way.
drive and talk, walk and talk. So okay. So it is a goblin totem. It's definitely like, I don't know if I'm assuming Bofer like relayed that it was like necromancy in
Yeah, I
nature,
did.
or
Yeah.
necromantic in nature, yeah.
Yeah.
So it requires a blood sacrifice. It requires blood feeding to attune it. This is rare, and that should be concerning. I'm just gonna read what Mitch. Mitch, I hope you're cool with this. I'm just gonna read what you wrote.
That's fine.
Because I don't really know how to relay this in character, but like, okay.
The way I
So
always
it's a-
envisioned it is when you cast Identify, you get like a little HUD that has like the item description and like a little image
Yeah.
of it, like it would be in like a video game or any of like the isekai genre that have been coming out the last few years. That have like a little HUD that pops up that only you can see with all the details.
I would imagine like Erin's eyes kind of either glaze over, or maybe like they glow like the green, like the rest of her magic, and like while her hands are on the item, she just sees whatever the item is. She doesn't actually see what's in front of her, kind of thing. And you just see that glow in her eyes.
And as you're
So, like,
speaking,
that-
Bofer's writing.
Yeah. So It's a wondrous item. It's rare. It requires attunement by blood feeding. It's a minor goblin totem from the Black Nose tribe, which I think is of interest to Branch, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
Oh,
I
shit.
knew what it was, but I wanted to know if you knew anything I didn't know. But I don't interrupt you. Please continue.
Yeah. As a bonus action, you can sacrifice 1d4 life points. I'm assuming that's your hit points.
Mhm.
To enchant an ally's weapon with fire, ice, or lightning. Until combat ends, this ability is not concentration based. Up to 5 ally weapons can be enchanted this way. This ability is stackable. On an ally weapon hit, add 1d4 specific damage. I don't know quite what that part means, though.
So essentially, depending on what element their weapon lights up with, it would be that variant damage. So not
Oh.
everyone could have the same, or you could just say everyone gets fire, everyone gets ice. It just depends on how much HP you're willing to enact on yourself to activate that many weapon enchantments.
Okay.
All right.
So I feel like Erin would kind of just like blink the glow out of her eyes, kind of come back, look down at this thing in her hands, and be like, okay. So the good news, I don't think it was any kind of like it doesn't seem to be any kind of telepathic thing. The bad news is it is a buff in a fight for whoever uses it to their allies, which means we might have a goblin horde in the area.
Okay. So
If I had
here's
to
the
guess.
real question: which one of us is putting it on?
I kind of look at Branch. I'm like, I don't. I mean, it could be useful, but would you be comfortable with any of us using this, given the circumstances?
Um, if you don't use it, unless you use it ironically, I will have a problem with it. If we're not killing goblins with it, then just throw it away.
We can use the goblin trash, but only ironically.
You're not using their own weapon against them. I don't see the point in keeping it around. And it's blood magic. Does that really want to be something you want on your resume? You know what I mean? I don't know
Yeah,
if.
that's why I'm asking, because it is. It's like
what?
I'm looking down at it. I'm like, this thing is gross. Like it's. I mean, like it's gross. It's like a bone and a skull and like.
I think it looks
It's
kind of
gross.
cool.
It's a shrunken, dehydrated
Said-
goblin head, actually.
Jesus.
Oh, ew.
Says
I think it looks
the
kind of
woman married to
metal.
Shadow Ring.
Calliope, do you want it?
I
Yeah,
look
kinda.
longingly at my necklace
do.
of goblin ears, and I think, wow, a centerpiece would be nice on that.
Or do we maybe give the honor to Branch? Branch, do you would you like in honor of your family? You want to take this one up?
Ooh, I think about how dark that's gonna be, and I put it on with the biggest smile on my face. I'm
Oh
like this.
boy.
I'm like, wow, that's metal, and I put it around me, and I'm like, wow, this kind of feels disgusting around my shoulders, but I can't wait to see the look on another guy's face when I'm charging at him. It's gonna be the last thing he sees.
I actually think that would look pretty sweet with your mountain troll vest that you have on. I think that'd look pretty
Yeah,
cool, like dangling in the center.
Like it would
exactly.
look
Yeah.
metal as fuck out of character. Yeah.
Medicine. Yeah.
Like it's concerning, but it's cool.
Yes, concerning. But
Oh,
how
now
the
all of a
battlefield
sudden
gonna
it's
be like?
awesome. I can't stand you guys.
Can't wait till he gets his lion mane of goblin ears.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
not awesome. I'm worried for Branch, and that thing is gross, but like it could be useful in a fight. Because now all of our weapons could have like a buff.
Yeah.
Brett casually laughs. You should be very worried.
Yeah.
Branch is turning
Branch,
to
are
the
you
dark
still with
side.
us?
Are we going to kill goblins?
Maybe. I don't if we find any on our way to the guild. Right? Right, guys?
Brett looks away disinterested unless we're talking about killing goblins.
I've created a monster. Oh no.
Fine, give me that. Give
Whoa.
me that. I want something. Hey, come on. You took away my book, the shadow book. Then you took away the ring, the whatever you bind to.
Whoa.
Your dear husband,
Whoa,
that is.
whoa.
I want something too. I want something.
Serious,
Gimme.
Serious is like, I've had enough of having no cool loot. This is bullshit.
There are the 3 items that you got from the cellar that you guys haven't really looked much into outside of Aaron identifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I caught dibs on the lion mane though.
Which ones?
Oh, Calliope, by the way, is gonna go ask Tyranny for Noodles' shadow cloak.
Did you not already have
If you go to the loot
I thought you
No.
page,
still
there's a
you have
lot
that.
of
Oh.
No.
flame loot. There's a
Oh,
lot
it's
of
in her
flame
pocket
loot in the
dimension.
loot page.
Yeah, I want that shadow
Yeah.
cloak.
Speaking of the pocket dimension, we do have a couple of old friends in there that I've been thinking about that I would like us to resolve.
Yeah, we before we get back to town, are we gonna bury Noodles or what? Because we never did that.
You definitely have to.
Yeah, he just chilling in my baby mama pocket, you know? It's fine.
He's just in her pocket.
Where have you guys been stashing
No.
Udon this entire time?
See, I also
Oh my
thought
god, he
Udon
has
was in her
Udon.
cloak as well.
I thought Udon was in my
also
tip,
thought-
honestly.
Oh,
Is he in your titties?
That's
If
what
he
I
needs to
told him.
be
That's where I put
You
him.
know, he's in.
It's
He
warm
works
in there.
right? He's
Yeah.
been, you know,
That's where she sticks
I
everything.
would just say you've been healing
Yeah.
him. You know what I mean?
That's her pocket.
Healing touch. You know,
Incubator.
healing tickle.
Oh my god. Okay, like Aaron's gonna look up at Tyrius. I'll be like, dude, next cool ominous thing we find, I'm backing off. It's all yours. But I feel like Branch, I feel like it's a goblin thing. He's the goblin hating guy in this group. I feel like this one's his. Eh?
Look serious in the eyes, and I go.
I mean,
"Are
unless you want to
going
fight him
kill
for it.
goblins with it?" I need to
there
see it
is
with my eyes.
that.
Look. You wanted to pass on it, so either take it or give it.
I'm taking it, and I just turn around.
Okay.
Look, Sirius looks at Aaron, but the next one is mine.
Agreed. All yours.
Agreed.
Fair enough.
All right.
There
Sorry.
are other shiny things that we could be.
That's
that we
good.
could be having.
All right, let's go. Bofer's gonna finish writing everything that Aaron said, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at you, Aaron, and say, "Do you think it's possible that that was a gift, or is that a bad thing? It just really worries me that something was following."
I don't think anything coming from the Black Nose tribe would be a gift. Those guys are haters.
Bofer doesn't know who that statement goes over his head. That's
They're
no idea.
goblin assholes. They're goblin assholes. It's no good. Because I feel like she would kind of see the look in his eye. I'd be like, we've had problems with them on the road before.
Okay. Are they like
They're not
big
friendly.
threat? Are they like low priority?
Low priority, I feel like, to everybody but Branch. Big
Oh.
priority to Branch.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
cool.
Personal priority to Branch, yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
Okay. How close are we to town, do you think, Mr. DM?
Well, it's probably about a good midday by now. You guys have been on the road since a little bit after dawn. I would say you guys have made a decent amount of progress based on your rules. I'm gonna say that you guys can probably see some of the taller buildings of Yetta O'Dare in the distance. Still on the horizon, though.
Okay.
How about that?
It is at this point that I'm going to I'm gonna find Calliope, and I'm gonna look at you and point at my head.
Calliope's gonna mind blank with Bofer.
And I'm gonna say to you,
Finally, they came up with a signal.
Bofer's going to in his mind say, "Hey, I don't, just so you're aware, I'm not necessarily sure if all dwarves are okay with my existence. So if we can keep up our happy faces and keep up our appearance, that would be
Wait, but it was an accident, and you and the people who were like were bitchy, right? So like it should be fine.
Bofer's gonna.
And that's a really good guy. Like you'll like him a lot, and my family loves him, and they never even met him, and I met him, and he's really cool.
Bofer's gonna start showing you images in his mind of being personally like persecuted and ridiculed, mocked, food thrown at him, rocks thrown at him, kicked out of towns. Like
Is
you're
this-
gonna.
Is there something we can all hear? Not to.
No, this is just in my mind, and you're gonna.
It's private.
And after I show you a couple of those, I'm gonna say, not all dwarves were okay with the lies that were told about me. So that's it's cool. It's fine. It's totally fine. I've had to deal with it a couple of times. It's not a big deal. I lived for hundreds of years. I'm fine.
Okay. All right, okay.
I'm just trying to keep appearances. If somebody notices me and you notice that it's not a good type of notice me, we're gonna keep our smiles up and not worry about it and face it when it comes. But more than likely, they're just gonna keep their distance and start gossiping behind my back. So just let's keep up appearances. I just wanted to make sure at least you were aware of if you see somebody making eyes at me, that's why.
You're probably not even recognizable now, dude. I did a really good job on your beard. Like, have you seen yourself?
He strokes his beard and goes, "You are correct. It does look nice. It looks nice." I cancel the mind link. I'm like, "It does look nice. You did do a really good job. I like it. It looks good. It looks really good."
Calliope is just gonna smile.
Okay, dude, listen.
And she mind links again, sighing.
Oh my god, I hate being the only one. Fuck this. Do you know? Don't keep secrets, Beaufort. I'm an open book.
All right. And I cancel the mind link, and I'm like, okay, is it fair to say that I am a part of this group?
The glory hole. You gotta say it. You can't be a part of it. You don't say it.
Okay, I'm a part of the glory hole. Got it. It's cool. But here's the thing. If I'm gonna be a part of this, Calliope, you're right.
It's not.
Calliope's right. I need to let y'all in, make y'all aware of something.
Okay.
I was excommunicated by the church for the wrongful. How do I do this? I'll take you. I'll try to. I'm not gonna.
Mainly.
I'm gonna put this into bits and pieces, and in chronological order. And then if there's any questions that need to be, asked, I'll let you ask questions after. I'm just gonna get it out in bits and pieces first, okay? Found out I was attuned to magic. Went and joined the Church of Morodin to become a paladin. Was taught by a wonderful, wonderful teacher. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Let me pull up names. 1 second.
You had to pull up your backstory.
I gotta pull up my notes. I was taught by a lovely dwarven woman. Her name was Covella Barrel Digger. Amazing woman. She taught me everything I know, and she is truly an inspiration, and she's amazing. I learned how to fight, learned how to cast magic, learned all my medicine, learned how to treat wounds, how to be a doctor, all those things. Went on a few adventures with my own adventuring party. One day I was in the fog. The fog played tricks on me. I slaughtered some innocent civilians who were lost in the fog on accident. I was, and at this moment you see he starts to shake a little bit, and he's like, I was tricked by the fog into thinking they were enemies, and there was somebody in my head trying to talk to me. I don't know who it was, but it just kept saying, behind you, in front of you, left, right, and guiding my blade, basically. And I slaughtered a couple of innocent civilians. Well, come to find out, that's not very cool in the church. And a man by the name of Thizzle Battle Digger, that asshat.
How many diggers?
He went. There's a lot of diggers. There's a lot. But
Common name.
But that's there's a lot, and they don't. Some of them are cool. Some of them are not. Miss Barrel Digger is amazing. But Thizzle, on the other hand, Mr. Battle Digger is no good. He reported me to the church as a villain and a
Heretic.
yeah,
An oathbreaker.
an oathbreaker, and I was excommunicated. Even though Miss Covella tried to advocate for me and tried to let people know it wasn't my fault, because it wasn't. It wasn't my fault. I was tricked. I was seeing things, and now the dwarves who know me don't like me. If they know my name, they don't like me. Because I was excommunicated, I am more or less, what's the term? Not to be talked to, not to be acknowledged. There are some there are some dwarves who don't know, communication travel is tough in today's age.
I think that's ever heard of you.
But yeah, I was just I wanted to keep it a secret because I didn't want more people to hate me, but it's got to come out at some point. And as Calliope so delicately put it, she can't hold secrets for very long. So there it is. Questions. And Bofer sits down. Bofer sits down in the wagons like questions.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Having shared that?
I don't know. Is it like a dwarf? Is it a dwarf thing? I had this acquaintance, the best ever druid I've known, and he was cast out because he knew spells too. I mean, instead of just rotting away in the mines, mining, casting spells and growing, I don't know what, crops.
Dwarves are.
So, is that a dwarf thing?
Dwarves are very very religious and very superstitious, even you could say. If you're not towing the line, it's not only a kick in the pants or a slap in the face to the people who are trying to help you or teach you, or the church that you're in, but it's also like they take it as you have now slapped the face of God. So it turns into it more or less becomes a thing of like, oh, you want to disrespect me and my God? Well then, how about this? We will no longer acknowledge you. You don't exist, and if you ever show up here, we will run you out. And so it's I don't have a home. I travel. I'm really good at traveling. I said, I look at Aaron and I'm like, I'm even better at map making now. But to answer your question, Aaron, am I okay? How does one answer that? I don't know. There's so many things.
Yes, no.
Well, he chuckles and points at you, Tyrius, and goes, "Wise man." But in this instance, wisdom doesn't help against physical damage.
Hmm.
Well, at the very least, I can say, I think, and she's going to look around at the rest of the group, you're not traveling alone anymore. If you don't want to.
He takes a big puff of that cigar, blows it out, and goes, "Listen, this is the most fun I've had." And he acts like he's got like one of those what are they called? Those clocks that you can wear. What are they called? Oh shoot! Like a conductor wears them, pulls them out, pulls it in his hand, and clicks it. I don't know what they're called.
A watch?
It's,
Oh,
well,
a watch.
they have a name, don't they?
Like with the chain.
Yeah.
Yeah, pocket watch.
Yeah, he acts like he pulls one out and clicks it, kind of like how in today's world we would act like we're looking at a watch on our hand. He pulls it out and goes, "As of now, it's been a couple years since I've done something this fun, so I'm down. I appreciate y'all 100%, but also I do want to make it known if you know if all else fails, and if you don't want to be any part of the politics of what I've got going on, I don't blame you. I have my own battles. Everyone's got their own battles. I'm more than willing to help with whatever, but if at some point it's just too much, just let me know and I'll fight it head on at some point. It's just I can't do it right now. I gotta collect evidence.
We could just dye your hair and beard and come up with an alias. Have you not crimed before? God.
I think most people here are used to second beginnings. There's a guy I think he's he might work in the blacksmith area. He's connected to a group that murdered my family, and I didn't crash out on him. I did not kill him in front of Aaron. Aaron was there. I didn't murder him in cold blood in front of her, but I wanted to so bad, and I didn't. And he's there, and he said that part of his life is behind him, and he's breathing still. So
Good guy.
Beaufort pulls out the
He's
broken.
breathing too.
Beaufort pulls out the broken dagger out of his backpack that we found in the cellar. It still looks like that weird Damascus black metal, kind of like undefinable. And Beaufort says, this is one of the only things that I've got going right now. When I saw that, the reason I asked for this is because there's some rune magic you can do that upon using it will compel somebody to tell the truth. And my plan is to put this in Thizzle's throat and make him tell the truth about what happened.
So he's on a quest for redemption.
He kind of puts it back and goes to clarify. And he for the first time since you've known him. I don't know if you are looking at my camera or not, but he pulls out his necklace and goes, every once in a while you've probably seen me hold this and whisper something or, along those lines. And I said, this is my only connection to Morodin still. He's brought me blessings and he's brought me great things. And even though technically I'm an oath breaker, and I look at Branch and I said, you remember that lamp that we had down in that cellar and it changed colors and kind of did a little bit more brightening for us? That was because of this. For some reason, Morodin still hears me. And that's why whenever I started helping y'all and noticing the changes that I've been seeing, not only in myself, but in my trajectory, I was thrilled. And honestly, I look at Calliope, I'm like, I'm not one for full-fledged crime. I still enjoy my alignment with my good-natured God who enjoys right judgment. I still follow it to the best of my ability. Now, if there's some little crime, maybe. But as far as blatantly lying, I don't care if people know who I am. I said I point at Aaron, who was the one who was badgering me about the autopsies. I'm like, you see what I can do with a knife. I'm fine. I'm good. If someone really wants to step, they can step. That's fine. But
And you shouldn't have to hide who you are either, just to get through the world.
And I appreciate that, and you're right. But
You can change my name. It's fine.
to reiterate, if something comes up that you're unaware of or don't want to be a part of, I fully understand. Tap out if you need to. That's fine. But y'all are talking about the blacksmith being dwarven. I still claim the title of Diamond Heart when it benefits me. Because some people don't know about what happened with me. So if they don't know, then I'll claim Diamond Heart, no problem. But I mean, if they know me, I may not be able to get, and I pull that knife back out again. I may not be able to make some things happen that I need to make happen if I can't. So that's just so y'all are aware, because these people who know will not associate themselves with me in conversation, in thoughts and prayers, or any of that. They will not associate with me. In fact, they would rather kill me where I stand than actually talk to me. So that's more or less the secret. And I squint my eyes at Calliope. I'm like, that's the secret that I've been holding, that Calliope has known about this whole time.
As far as I'm concerned, if anybody wants to get to you, again, looks at the rest of the group, kind of looking for agreement here, I think it's safe to say they have to go through us now.
We are a
You're
whole
part-
of glory. That's for sure.
And also, I think it's fair to point out, whether your people are still
Oh,
with
the
you or
pun.
not, whether the,
Oh, the pun.
whether your people are still with you or not, I think we all heard that hammer ting in the cellar. Your god's with you, even if
That's
they're
true. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
not. So
Yeah.
fuck them.
And Bofer doesn't cry, but he kind of solemnly sits, and he pulls out his notebook for a second and writes something down. And for reference, Mitch, he writes down, he does, like, what's that thing called? The bracket. He puts a bracket around everybody's name, and beside it writes, new companion / trustworthy, and then closes his notebook and puts it back and says, yeah, but I'll tell y'all were Aaron and Calliope, y'all were talking earlier and hashing it out. I'll tell y'all what I told Branch and Tyrius. I gotta get to a blacksmith, I gotta get to a leather worker, and I gotta make a contact with one of my contacts, who, I mean, if y'all want to meet him, you can. He's a really good guy. I think he's a friend of mine, but I mean, I can't read him. But anyway, that's beside the point. I gotta get a meeting with him. But I've never been to this town. I'm from the north. I don't know. This is about as far as I've gone south. So I don't know what's going on. That's why I kind of went to them while y'all were hashing it out. I just need somebody to point me in the direction to get, like, when we get to the guild, I need to find the bar, more importantly, because that's how I got to contact my contact. But I got to get to a bar somehow. And then I got to get to a leather worker,
There, buddy.
a leather worker, and a blacksmith. And that's, if we can do those 3 things on my list, I'll do whatever y'all want. I don't even care.
Well, I know Branch knows the leather worker, because, it's got the troll hide vest there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And we know the blacksmith. He is actually a good, like Calliope was saying, he's a diamond heart too. And he's seems to be a very good guy and does beautiful work too.
Let's hope so. Beaufort, as he says, let's hope so. He's puffing out some smoke and puffs out a single like ball of smoke that turns into a ring with an X through it. Just puffs it out and just like, let's hope so.
I really think he might be a guy who believes in second chances, like Branch was saying, because that orcish guy that works with him, yeah, he lived a bit of a life before he came to the guild. It seems.
Okay,
A good guy.
As far as my panic attacks go, that's not the first one I've had, but that one definitely is the worst one I've had in a while. So I appreciate y'all pulling me out of that, number one. Number two, if it gets so bad that even tapping me doesn't pull me out, or trying to like talk to me and get my, shake me awake kind of thing, I would advise something along the lines of punching me, and I give you full-blown consent. Get me out of my head, kind of thing.
I could always zap you.
What'd you
I
say?
could zap you if it helps.
Hey, whatever brings me out is fine, because I don't intend on staying in a comatose state if we're in the middle of pitched combat. That's not okay. That's not the way that I was trained to be, and that's why I know I keep apologizing. That's not the way that I was trained to be, and so that to me is something that I should be apologetic for. And so that's I was trained to be that, frontline guy and be up there casting spells, healing the people. I come from a group of people who quite literally, and I look at everybody, I'm like, if they wanted to, with the type of warfare we wage, could take over. But, but I've never froze like that. That was a whole new experience for me. I've had panic attacks and moments of, high heartbeat and blood pressure's up, things like that. My blood's pumping, but I've never had that. That's new. And so for future reference, if it gets bad enough that shaking me, tapping me, talking doesn't get me out, full-blown consent, punch me in my mouth. I don't care. Get me out so I can get back in the fight.
I think Aaron's just gonna nod. But again, look around at everybody else like, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's your lore dump.
We got the backstory, hell yeah.
Oh, Lord. And hey, how many times do you think I said slaughter, Mitch?
Yeah, was there a
I
counter?
was.
I did say it once, at least. Oh, Lord. Was there any other, before I let Mitch take over, was there any other questions that y'all had? I know I only got one, which was the "Are you okay?" and then the two was the "Are dwarves just like this?" Was there any other questions y'all had?
I think I'm good.
Do what? I didn't hear you.
My bad, buddy. I said I think I am good.
Okay, cool. Now I look at Calliope and I'm like, okay, you don't have to keep the secret necessarily, but do your best to at least don't go yelling at about, don't go spewing it out to every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Listen. Now, our closest friends know, so I have no urge to tell. It's no longer a secret.
Okay.
Everybody knows as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. I just don't need your, and I do air quotes, I don't need your contacts learning that I'm a bad guy, okay?
Well, a lot of my contacts are bad people. You'll know my fucking life.
Also, to be
I thought
clear,
you said you are not a bad person.
you're not a bad guy, Bofer. You've been through some shit. We've all been through some shit, I think. Or we're in the shit. Either or.
He laughs and says, listen, the things in this world, I wish they were that cut and dry. But in the eye of the beholder, it's all up to the perspective of that person. It doesn't matter what I say.
You've met a beholder?
No,
sorry.
no, absolutely not. No. It's a metaphor.
You can't just drop a beholder.
It's a metaphor. What it means is it's perspective. I understand. Y'all understand, hopefully. I'm not a bad guy. But to the person who has only heard the story of me, they
don't know shit.
Yeah, so that's what I'm
They've only
saying.
heard a story. They don't know you.
Yeah, and that's what, and I pull out my javelin, and just kind of like ting the end and go, that's what this is for. And I put it back.
Exactly. We know. Although that does explain some things, because I saw when we were fighting in the cellar, your magic was kind of wonky.
That's another thing.
Really bright and then really dark. I was wondering about that.
I have holy magic. So, and if you're cool with it, Mitch, I'm just going to kind of like open my hand, not use Hellish Rebuke, but kind of just like imbue it into my hand and be like, I have holy magic. And you just see like a white light kind of come from my hand. I'm like, I have holy magic, but after a little bit, and literally within the next 2 seconds, you just see again that black shroud, fog, fire flicker type thing, just suck it out.
Swallow the light.
Yeah, and I'm like, I have holy magic. It works. I mean, yeah. For some of you, I pointed everybody. I'm like, I think I've cast magic on everybody now. I was like, you've all felt it. You've all seen it. It's holy magic. It's just ever since the church dropped me and Morodin, what I thought anyway, Morodin dropped me. This weird something is battling the light, and then was there anybody else around that saw when my light defeated the shadow? Was there anybody else that saw that? Or no, that was the hammered ding that you were talking about. I think it was just your shadow that was standing next to me and not in the fog somewhere.
So
Because
we wouldn't have seen anything. We would have just heard it.
right, and so your shadow is actually the only person who would have possibly seen my light in that moment where y'all heard the hammer on the anvil. Dong! He would have been the only person to have seen my light actually conquer the shadow for the first time in about 7 years. So, and in character, I explain that, and I'm like, your boy is probably the only person who saw that. But that's mostly what it is. I mean, he's cool.
Motherfucker didn't say a word either.
He's cool. I mean, he's not as cool as me, but he's cool.
He's all right. I guess.
Beaufort does this. He's like, he's not as cool as me, but hey, he's cool. We're good. We're good.
Yeah. He's all right. He's saved our lives a couple times after, trying to kill us, never letting that one go. But it was his job, and it was one time, and he's all right, I guess.
I guess.
I'm imagining he can hear me this whole time. By the way, even if he's not here, he's listening.
Oh, look at that. Erin cares.
Well, also, you get called a slave driver and it's not entirely untrue. You start to reorder some of your priorities.
Hey, sometimes facts are just facts.
I didn't mean to starve him for days, but I starved him for days without realizing. I'm still not over that either.
Taxation without representation right there.
Sorry. I didn't mean it.
All right. That's my story.
See, so if you're terrible, you're not the only terrible person around here, see? It's fine. We're all friends.
Hey, in y'all's eyes, that's wonderful to hear. We'll see what happens when we get in there.
Yeah.
Beaufort is unconvinced that people don't know who he is, like that are at least dwarves. He is unconvinced. He knows that it's hard for communications and stuff to travel throughout this era because of the fog, but he is unconvinced that dwarves don't know. And so
I'm sure people will probably still know. Like, we might still run into some shit to be here.
Yeah.
The last people raised by dwarves in the north.
Yeah.
She didn't know.
True, but that's the thing is that, like, there's some who do know, some who don't know, and he's only run into those people who don't know, who are in very remote, like, areas. Like, they are the ones who don't know. But I've never been to a highly populated area like this, so I don't know what to expect.
City.
Yeah, this is like the difference between, like, Beaufort has been in the Midwest of America all his life, and people don't know him. But then now he's going into Los Angeles. So this is he doesn't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna walk down Broadway and people are or the street with all the stars on it or whatever. He's gonna walk down there and
I was gonna say Broadway's New York, homie.
Yeah. I meant the area with all the stars on the sidewalk or whatever. He's gonna walk down that street and just pray to God nobody notices him. That's the plan.
Someone's gonna chuck a slushie at him.
Yeah, or a knife.
That's it's alright, we got shields for that. It's fine. We'll be fine. Everything's fine.
We don't have shields for a slushy. And I still don't know prestidigitation.
You got your shield gloves.
Oh, yeah.
You got a shield. You got a big shield.
I do, but I can only use it once a day. I don't want to waste it. I've been using
Oh, yeah,
it to
no.
get people away from me. That's pretty
No.
useful.
Yeah, not for a slushie. We just dodge.
No.
Yeah, dodge.
Just get good.
Just get good.
You don't want to get hit, you move out of the way.
You can't get hit if you're fast. And you're short, so it's fine. You just get lower.
Yeah,
They won't
lowest
hit you,
person
it's
wins.
fine.
Lowest person wins.
Lowest person, but there you go. Stitch that on a pillow.
That's a football reference. Lowest
Oh,
person wins.
I'm not a sports girly.
I
did not-
get it. I spent 12 years of my life in a gym in athletics in school, playing football and basketball and everything. So that's
it.
yeah. I'm used to the everybody lay on your back, one person gets the football, and when he blows a whistle, get up, run, and hit each other. So lowest man wins.
Fun.
Anyways, how close are we now?
Right, yeah,
So you
we're
guys
still
have
moving this
been
whole time, right?
talking for a while, and at the current distance, at least for the primary party, excluding Beaufort, who have traveled this distance before, you guys can. You guys are still a distance away. You guys could probably travel for the rest of the day and maybe a good portion of the night, and you can make it to Yetta O'Dare. Or you can travel till dusk and rest for the night, and then do like probably maybe a little bit less than a half day's journey. Then, so it's up to you how you want to handle this. It'll be either an easy check if you break it into 2 nights, or it will be one higher DC check to travel through the night.
Do we need to rest, everybody, or do we
I
want to
think
just push
so.
through?
I mean, if we do rest, I have to cast animal friendship on a horse again. It's a lot. Let's just go.
Yeah.
Beaufort looks around and he's like, as long as my opinion is allowed now because of my opening of secrets, I would prefer to get inside the gates as fast as possible.
Alright, that's 3 votes for
Yeah.
let's get the fuck out, and there's 5 of us and my baby mama, but she chilling. So
She doesn't count, no offense. I mean, she counts, but like, you know.
excuse me. Well, we're in a pinch.
I'm good with going.
I'm sorry. Rescinded.
I'm good with going. Let's go.
I was gonna say, we can see the smoke from the chimneys from here. We're so close.
Let's just go. I need a bath.
I need a bed. An actual bed to sleep in.
And Princess Buttercup needs her hooves trimmed.
Desperately. So does the wagon. So does Hans.
Beaufort looks around and goes, I just need to get out of this fog. Like, I just need to get out of here. I don't care about none of that extra stuff. I just need to get out of this fog.
I told you we should have pushed fucking Gaston in the river. We should have pushed him in the river when we had the chance.
So
if you guys are pushing through the night, give me a survival check.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got a 20. Ooh, Branch with a 16. Let's go.
Give me 2 seconds, guys.
Hazel, please let her be a survivalist.
Hey, not a nat 1 this time. That's beautiful.
Oh no, she is not. She's tired.
Yeah, at least something.
It's a 10.
Let's see. How much is that total? Let's see.
Said survival?
Yes.
Hey, yeah. That's a 6.
Oh,
Damn it.
we're both just getting rocks.
We got rock.
Aaron, roll me a D8, please.
Oh
Oh,
no.
fuck. All right. Hang on. God damn it. You fucking gremlin bullshit, son of a bitch. No, it's fine. Gremlin noises. Doing gremlin things. Fuck. That's an 8. That's an 8.
Ooh,
What's it mean?
Shiny.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Why
What
does
does it
he?
mean?
Why is he happy?
Why are you happy? Don't be happy.
Don't be happy.
40 ravens with those little charm things come floating down on top of us.
No.
We have to kill the ravens. Okay.
So,
Mitch, I swear to God.
as you all are making your way, making good time, towards the later part of the night, traveling through the day, it is clear skies and warm winds. You guys still hear that ambient shuffling of leaves and branches being moved. Like there's still movement around you. It's not like it's all quiet, but you don't hear or see anything that really catches you off guard. Traveling into the night, Calliope and Princess Butterclops do start to kind of fall lightly behind, not terribly far, maybe 5-10 feet behind the cart. Interius, you're rather sore from riding shotgun all day. Like you just hit a lot of bumps and your ass hurts. It's falling asleep. It's rather uncomfortable.
Yeah. Imagine.
As night comes in, the fog begins to roll in. It's almost spooky in how slow it creeps in from the forest and slowly leaks into the road and drifts into the next batch of woods across the road from you. So essentially drifting from right to left. It just creeps along the grounds. There's no real breeze tonight. It's fairly stagnant. Slight chill in the air. And above you, you see two of the full moons, one red and one green.
Oh my.
What? Are there normally two of them?
Yes.
Oh.
I think.
Like, wait.
I
But
think we
are
got
they
lost.
normally green? Like the green is
The hell?
new, right?
No, there's always been a red and green.
Okay, cool.
Oh, thank God.
It's-
My
it's-
first
it's not
thought.
changed, too.
My first thought was Blood Moon, and we're about to get raided. That's crazy.
That would be fun.
Now you talking about a blood moon just after an actual blood moon.
That would be spooky.
We just had a blood moon.
We did.
Please don't
did.
give
Oh,
us
that's right.
ideas to the
Last night we did.
Yes, we did.
I would never do a horde scenario after a spooky celestial event. What sort of madman do you take me for?
Kind of
Exactly the
madman
kind of madman that you are.
the proper one.
Oh
Aaron
my.
cast your mage
Proper
armor.
one.
Oh my god.
But as the moons hang high, granting a fair bit of visibility, off in the distance, you begin to see the opening up of trees into vast grasslands as you find yourselves nearing the gates of Yetta O'Dare.
Uh-huh.
Is
Coming
that
up
real?
through the southern road, you find yourselves keeping to the right as you go through the main gates and find yourselves at closed gates as several guards kind of look at you. Again, this is one of the fortified sections where there are ballista, there are crossbowmen, there are foot soldiers, there are vantage points and archery ports throughout this entire gateway. A very secure location as several guards look at you. Seeing that you have quite the plethora of loot on you and expressions from both travel and fight. Branch still slightly limping, and Bofer having a pretty gnarly scab over his neck. They kind of nod and go, proof of who? Government slips, anything?
Laffy's gonna hold up her guild
Here's
ID.
my guild card.
Oh, yeah. Pull up our
Little
guild tag.
pigs, let us in.
Aaron just snorts.
They look over the IDs, see your rank and official marks on it, and give a nod. And they look at you both. You as well give over your ID.
Yeah, I give it to him.
As you hand over their card, they look and go, this one's quite old. You might want to look, friend, and hands it back to you.
Yeah, I planned on it. I appreciate it.
Is Tyranny invisible?
She is.
Okay.
Brilliant. That's probably for the best.
Yeah, I forgot that my freaking adventuring guild tag is like, it's so old.
It's expired.
It's not expired, I don't think. It's just old.
No, it's just
I was gonna say,
well
can it
aged,
expire?
well carried.
Yeah, it's real worn. It's probably got some coffee blood stains on it. It's old. It's been through some stuff.
Yeah.
But they do unlock the gates, and the heavy doors begin to open as on the inside you see the dark streets of Yetta O'Dare, well paved, clean and orderly. Following the road directly through, is there a place that you all would like to go?
Are we splitting up?
Or are we
I
just
mean,
going straight to the guild
it
hall?
is pretty late at night, so it might be wise just to turn in your carriage and horses to the stables, and then turn in for the night.
Nice.
Because you guys are nearing probably like 11 or 12 o'clock by
Oh
this point.
shit.
No,
Oh yeah.
man. Yeah, I agree.
Well,
Should
that's only
we
some clothes shop.
hold on? Should we register our loot at least with the quest giver before like we do anything else so that nobody takes it while we're asleep tonight?
Maybe.
The stables is a secured location, so if you turn in your card, they
Oh.
will. They have like its own little. I don't want to say like cubbies, but you can take your whole cart and lock it into a particular location where it can't be messed with.
Awesome.
Okay.
It's fairly common for not only adventurers but trade caravans, merchants, suppliers to come through, and they don't want their stuff messed with, especially when times get hard. So this is one of the insurances that the stables has taken to ensure safety for business within the city.
Okay.
Everyone wins.
All right, just checking. So we're good then.
It sounds like we're going to the stables, right?
They
Yeah.
are just inside the gate walls, so it'd be this building here.
Yeah, but I look at all of y'all. I'm like, I'm following y'all's lead. I don't know this town like that. So whatever y'all tell me where you need me to go, and I'll go.
On our way to the stables, I would like to listen out for like any gossip around the nighttime. Like,
It is late at night, so there's not much really going on. The streets are more or less empty at the moment.
damn.
I'll look at
You'll
y'all and
probably
I'll
hear
say,
more in the morning.
is there like an inn that we can like get some rooms or something?
Yeah, the guild hall I don't think is far from here, right?
Yeah.
No.
Cool.
So the guild hall would be this giant honking building right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I look at all y'all. I'm like, as much as I would love to stay up, drink, talk, and sleep on a bar, I probably need to actually get into a bed.
Agreed.
Fine.
Calliope, you know the bar's gonna be there waiting for you tomorrow morning, babe.
Eagerly. Half of their revenue is you.
Been gone for days. Like,
You know they've missed your business. You know they've missed you.
Branch, I imagine me and you both laugh, and because all the adrenaline's worn out, are like, they're not infected, but like our irritated wounds are just like pulsing. We're like, ah, ooh, ah.
Yeah.
Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh.
Yeah. Like, ooh, ah, ee. Just like stinging.
I'm like, all right, guys. Well, since I'm my own stable, I'm heading to sleep now. And
Aw.
leave.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Round of applause.
Calliope's gonna start heading Princess Butterclops towards the actual stables.
see you guys in the room.
I'll get out and go to like I guess the guards who are watching the equipment lockup, and I'll give them our party name or whatever and get that squared away so that way our stuff gets locked up.
Yeah, they take your guild card and essentially take down the information. They give they ask if they have particular items that they like should be wary of or anything like that, because it is fairly common to have magical gear. And then they essentially give you a key to your particular lockup as they secure your cart, and it's like wrought iron gates surrounding it, and there's like a privacy fence that goes up about 6 feet, so it's fairly well secured between the iron bars and people not being able to like look in. But yeah, your guys' key number is key 5.
Cool. Bofer's gonna, but just for point of reference, was my old guild, like my old adventuring party name, is that still on? That's still on my card, isn't it?
Yes, it was never adjusted.
Okay, so
So you really
I-
need a new card to reflect your new party.
yeah, I haven't. I should have said it in my lore dump. I haven't been a part of an adventuring party since I've been excommunicated. All the things I've done have been on my own. So it's just been me flashing my card. Like, you ever seen the people who try to fake FBI agents? That's just been what I've been doing for the last 7 years.
Yep.
So
Some Sam and Dean bullshit right there. I love it.
So does he not find the guard not find any problem with me letting him know this is for Glory Hole, this is for our venturing party, and giving them that information? He finds no quarrel.
No, there's no quarrel with it.
Cool.
As long as there's an active name that they can reference, then yeah, all is well.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Then I'll take our key for gate number 5, and I'll pocket it, and I'm gonna make my way to. Hopefully somebody stayed with me because I don't know where I'm going, and whoever stayed with me, I'm gonna ask, where's the closest bed?
Because if you're with the cart, I know Aaron was driving, so I'm gonna get down off the cart, make sure it's like once it's locked up. Is Tyranny and Calamara coming with us or staying with the cart? I would imagine they come with us, right?
Come with us.
I mean, you don't see either one of them.
Oh,
They're not in or on the cart. They're like, because Calliope said they're invisible, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just gotta ask Calliope.
Yeah, like
Beaufort, because Calliope already peeled off, so Beaufort's gonna go.
Shit.
Hey,
I feel like I would duck my head into the cart, just kind of whisper, "Tyranny, are you still there?"
You feel a light touch on your shoulder as you hear in your ear, "Oh yes, I'm always around."
Are you staying or are you coming with us? And where's the bird?
I'm definitely going to get my rest in a nice soft bed. You can't imagine what it's like having to float every night just to get a good night's sleep. Nice feather down pillows, blankets.
Well then, if you're following, yeah, come along. Follow.
Beaufort's gonna get up close to you and go, "Where's the bird?"
I don't know. Is Calamara with you?
You hear the fluttering of feathers, and Beaufort, on your head there is a sudden weight as you feel the feathery touch of dangling feathers kind of around your face.
I'm gonna lean back into Aaron and go, "Found it," and then continue about my business.
I was just gonna kind of nod, like, all right, cool.
So all of my business is being conducted with an invisible bird on my head. That's,
Yep.
that's
An
wonderful.
invisible 2-foot tall ribbons phoenix. Yep.
Perfect.
Yep, she's half as tall as you are.
So Beaufort conducts business, and I'm gonna look at you, Aaron, and go, "I'm following you." How much are the rooms, by the way?
That's an excellent question. I actually don't remember. Because like on our first night here, first night was complimentary, but I think after that, yeah. How much are we paying for those?
Adventurers, once they go up in rank, they do sleep for free. So it's essentially when you're in your beginning levels and you're unaccomplished or a solo, they generally charge you. But once you get recognition and there's a fair bit of worth to you and your name, then they get little perks along the way.
So
okay, because I know like we're D rank right now. What would that mean for us?
You guys would just be paying 5 silvers for your guys' own quarters. So every time you use it, it's 5 silvers, and it's just basically like a down payment on, hey, we're not going to trash the fucking room. So essentially, when you guys left, you guys would have turned in like X amount of money, and they would have kept your room on reserve. When you come back, you put another 5 silvers down, and the room is available to you with all of your stuff that wasn't touched.
Nice. Okay, cool.
How, just for reference, Beaufort's been solo for 7 years. How much is it for a solo?
For a solo with no recognition, you're looking at anywhere from 10 gold pieces to about a gold piece.
So Beaufort leans into you, Aaron, and goes, "Just so you're aware, until I'm a part of your guild, there's a reason why I'm broke. And I explain that to you.
You know what? That's valid, and we got you.
Okay.
And we split the loot. When we get gold, we all get gold. So you'll be all right. We'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about the money part of it. I'm just letting you know, like.
We got you tonight. It's
Okay,
fine.
cool. Thanks, appreciate it. Like he didn't want to say that, but he was like, appreciate it.
You're not sleeping in the stables, my guy. Like I
Hey.
said, you're part of the party, and I meant it.
As long as it's not in the fog, we're good. The whole time we're walking.
So Brent,
the whole time we're walking.
Branch is already gone.
Yeah.
Calliope's already gone.
Where's Tyrius?
Yeah, is it just me and Beaufort? Did Tyrius go too?
No, I think Tyrius is going to go and get some rest as well.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So yeah, it's just me and you.
Rest
That's fine.
So I'll
Ryan,
ask.
where are you going, guys? I thought you were going to sleep.
Yeah, we're following. We're just following slower because we had to sort out the wagon.
Yeah,
Beaufort doesn't have a place to sleep.
Yeah, we took care of the wagon, and then as we were taking care of the wagon, it seemed like everybody else peeled off.
Yeah,
We looked up and y'all were gone.
forgot the matters of your bed, and I mean, I
Sorry.
can't tell you that you could room with me from my room, so I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's totally fine. I'm not worried about it. I was trying to make sure if Tyrius is with us, then I want to include him in the conversation.
Yeah, your guys' room was, I think, big enough
yeah.
to sleep 6 if memory serves.
Yeah, because originally we had 2 other people with us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had. One of
Yeah.
them's kidnapped and one of them's dead.
Yeah, that's
The whole
what I was.
thing.
That's what I was really trying
2
to get at.
kidnapped, 1 dead.
2 of them are kidnapped. Yeah.
If
Well, yeah, no, we ran into Hal later though. He wasn't with us originally.
Oh yeah.
but that was
Yeah.
what kind of what I was asking. If
Yeah.
Tyrius, if you're walking with us, I wanted to talk to you for a second. If you already peeled off, that's fine.
Yeah. So it's just you.
No, he wants to sleep, so
Okay. So then,
it's the three of us then.
okay. So I'll lean in to y'all and I'll say, before I go to bed though, is there a bar in the guild?
I believe yes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If y'all wouldn't mind pointing me in the direction of our room, let me know where it's at, room number, stuff like that. I'll meet y'all up there later. Or if you want to meet somebody new, you can. I gotta sit down and make and have a conversation with a contact if I can get a hold of them. So it's totally up to you. It's a contact from after the incident. So we've done business before, and so I think he's a cool dude. I like him. I think he could be a cool friend. But once again, I'm not very good at reading people, so whether he thinks of me as a friend, I don't know. But I think of him as a friend. So, but I gotta try to make contact with him as best if I can. I don't know if he'll answer me this late at night, but I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of curious about this guy. Like I'm tired, but I'm also curious.
Yeah, it's totally up to you. That's absolutely 100% up to you. I don't mind if you sit in. It's yeah.
Like I won't say anything, but I'm
Yeah,
kind of.
no, I'll introduce you. I don't mind. I mean, as long as he's not gonna. I explained to you. He's not like a bad guy. He's like a he works for. Hold on, let me 1 sec.
Consult the notebook.
Yep, consulting notes. Hold on.
Yeah.
I let you know. He's a part of the Dolmonts. They are.
Why does that sound familiar?
They're like informants, like spies type, but they're kind of like assigned to towns to be like if you need contact or need information, you contact them, and he's kind of for this area. But I've worked with him before. Never been to this town, but I've worked with him before. So that's I was just gonna try to get a hold of him and talk to him about some things. But if you want to sit in, you can meet him. I imagine he wouldn't mind meeting anybody. He doesn't. I explained to you. He's like, he's not friendly, but he's also not boisterous like me. He's kind of somewhere in between me and Tough Hands.
The two genders.
Yeah, and so, but yeah, if Tyrius, if you're with us, I say the same thing, and you hear that if you want to sit in, you can too.
Yeah. Gonna come, of course.
Nice.
Perfect. Cool.
He's tired, but he's more curious than tired. So
So it's us three, Invisible Tyranny, and the Invisible Bird.
Yep. And who is quite literally chilling with talons in my head.
Right.
Love that. When we get to the guild, do they have like a registration desk that we can get my card sorted out? That's open right now. Like, are they open right now, or do I have to wait till morning?
Oh yeah, there's always a person on the counter at night because you never know when adventures are going to roll in. You got to have someone to be able to inform the rest of the guild what's going on.
Okay.
But yeah, someone is on graveyard shift at the moment. Give me a second to shift over to this.
I was gonna say, is it our favorite monk who's pissed off at us still?
I don't think Ahira's mad at you anymore. We'll have to roll and see.
Oh, well, I mean, I was gonna say, it's been days. She's probably over it, right? We're probably fine.
Other assholes.
So it is sunshiny in here. It is currently way deep into the night. So just imagine this view, but in darkness.
Perfect.
In shadow. More
Yes.
candlelight.
I'll turn to you two and I'll say, I don't know if necessarily y'all have to introduce me as new to the party or if I have to come up and request a change of party, but if y'all would come with me to the registration desk and get this squared away, I'll pull out my card and show it to you, and it looks tattered. It's like I need to get this changed if you don't mind.
It's chewed up. Yeah, yeah.
Cool. I'll walk up straight to the registration desk and I'll be like, howdy! I gotta get my stuff changed. I gotta get this card. I hold up my card. I gotta get this switched out.
You see a short, mousy-haired woman with glasses that are entirely too big for her face. As she kind of looks up at you and goes, "Oh, absolutely, we can absolutely take care of that. Here, let me take your old guild card. Also, could you fill this out for me?" As she hands you like a slip of paper and an ink pen and quill, and just goes, "Just fill it out to the best of your abilities. Yeah, and I'll." Man, this thing's old. And you look at it, it just says your name, age, race, what you do, your preferred position within a party, and any outstanding skills that you may have of value. You don't really have much of like the custom skills yet, but we'll get into that at later levels.
For now, Beaufort fills that all out, and then at the part where it says place of the party, he's going to put just Paladin. He doesn't put Oathbreaker. He just puts Paladin.
Absolutely. And as she gets the paper back from you and goes, all right, and past that, it's just a gold piece to update this. It is pretty old, so we're just going to do a quick transfer onto the new material. If you have just a few minutes, I'll be right back with that.
Cool. Hey, I'm gonna, as she says 1 gold, I'm just gonna, I'll before she walks away, I said, here, just so it doesn't get lost, I'll go ahead and slide this. I'll slide this to you, and I'll let you take care of it. Is it cool if I go to the bar while I wait? Is that okay?
Oh yeah, we'll have someone run it to you. Yeah, absolutely. Just stay within the main level of the guild hall, if that's okay.
For sure. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. And so, as that happens, I'm going to look at both Aaron and Tara's, and I say, hey, so here's the deal. We got to go sit at a table, order. It really doesn't matter if it's a shot or if it's a beer, whatever. You can order whatever you want, but it's got to be a cup. And then I'll show you how I contact this guy. And so I'll go to the bar and I'll just order, a shot of ale. Like, I just need a shot glass. I don't like one of those tall ones or something. I don't need a big. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm not needing a big drink. I just need something small.
Yeah,
one
absolutely.
of your finest it comes in pints. One of your finest alcohols.
Yeah.
Yeah, without issue, you are able to get a glass of ale, a glass of wine, or whatever you desire for a late night drink. And it is very reasonable to get like a small shot glass on the side, so that won't be of any sort of question.
Cool. So I'll do that, and then I'll find a table, and I will take out 4 gold pieces and drop them in the glass and sip on the spare glass or whatever that they gave us. I'll put it on throw it in that glass, and I'll sit and wait. I tell them, I'm like, you drop the 4 in there, and we just sit and wait and see what happens.
A few moments pass, and you see a cloaked figure kind of like walk past the table, get a appears to be a tall glass of some sort of amber liquid, and turns and sits down at the table, looking at you and goes,
Steel Guts. It has been a time, friend.
Mason, what's up, buddy? It's good to see ya. And he reaches out for a big handshake, and he's like, "What's up, man?"
Business as usual, I'm afraid.
Oh man, are they still giving you trouble about staying here?
I actually prefer it here. It's a bit quieter than all the noble nonsense.
Oh yeah, I remember those days. Real quick, Mason. Well, you might already know who they are, but I'm gonna introduce them to you anyway. Mason, this is Aaron, and this is Tyrius. I'm a part of a new adventuring group. Probably didn't think I'd ever say those words again, but I'm a part of an adventuring group. And these are my friends. And they wanted to be a part of it and wanted to meet you. They were just curious who you were, and I have some things that I need to talk to you about, but they just wanted to be a part of it. If that's okay with you.
Well, if they're with you, I find no issue with it.
Cool. And
what you have to discuss.
Cool. Before I do that, I look at them and I say, at Aaron and Tyrius, and I say, this is Mason, who I was telling you about earlier. Super cool guy. One of the friends I've had for the longest time. And he's an informant. So I'm if y'all, if you have questions, I wouldn't direct them towards him because that's what this gold is for. But if you have questions, you can ask me and I'll answer freely. And I wink at him. I'm like, I'll answer freely. And so, but the main thing, I look back at Mason and I go, so, Mason, first things first. I went down to that wine cellar by myself, right?
Went alone, but appears you came back with quite a bit more.
Yep, sure did, and came back with not just physical things, but came back with some questions. I figured you were watching. Here's the deal: the people who sent us on that mission, which are not good. What we found down there was not okay. We found fresh and old dead bodies as if they have been sending adventurers down there to their death for a while now. Do you know anything about this that may help us in our journey to, let's just say, rectify that problem?
It appears you haven't checked the job board in some time, friend.
And he reaches into the shot glass and takes out a gold coin that vanishes in his hand. And he reaches into his coat and pulls out a quest slip and puts it on the table in front of you and opens it. You see it.
This quest has been upgraded quite a few times. A grand total of 12 parties have perished to this quest.
Yep, that's kind of what I figured, buddy.
Quite the reward if you completed it.
Yeah, we completed it. Would you believe if I told you I ran into a freaking night revenant down there?
Interesting.
And he said
details.
Hold on. And I look at Tyrius and Aaron and I say, what was that place that he said to meet him at?
Oh, Oh God, actually, I can't remember if it was the Red Sands, the Red
That's
Pits.
what it was. That was
something
it.
like that.
Yeah, he said meet him at the pits, the red pits. What's that? I've never heard of that.
He reaches in and takes another coin out and goes,
The death pits of the sands. A place of blood and violence, gambling and drugs.
Okay.
Gladiator pits.
Didn't realize that question was going to cost a coin, but all right. Business as usual, I guess. Anyway, here's the thing, old buddy. There are a lot of dead bodies down there. And I know as well as you know that is not okay and not cool, especially in a town that I point at him and give him like the pointed fingers. I'm like, you're kind of in charge a little bit. So I would like to help with whatever this is, but I don't know what this is. I don't know what I'm looking at. All I know for sure is that they're sending people to their death down there against a revenant from hell. What is like for instance, we didn't have to fight him. I was able to talk him down. Night to night kind of thing. But that was not normal. That was there's no reason that guy should have been down there. He was summoned by some kind of noble or something. Here's the next one. Do you know of any nobles that commonly summon things of that power to do their bidding?
he puts the hand over the shot glass, palm down, so he doesn't take a coin out.
Nobles will do whatever it takes to stay in power.
I kind of figured that. All right. Well, so now I guess here's where I have the next one. We got some loot, shall I say, down there that is worth a lot more than what they're paying for the actual quest itself. It's a lot. It's significant. Like if we were to take our scales out, it would be like a 1 to 10 ratio. It's a lot. It's a lot more than what they're paying people to go down there to their death. Who do you have a contact that I can get with about possibly unhanding some of that loot to get some of my gold back for witnessing so much death?
I can make contact with a fence.
Cool. That'll work. If you'll set up the meeting, I'll be there. Just let me know when and where, and I know you're always watching, so you'll find me. Now I wanna hit you with something. I've never done this with anybody else. I've done it with you a couple times, but I want to see if we can kindle this relationship back up. I got an offer for you. If you're willing to hear it.
Business is business, friends. Coin is coin.
Well, this one won't be for coin. I'm talking boon.
He gives you a suspicious kind of squinted eyes. His bright cat-like yellow eyes kind of squinted at you in suspicion.
Look. I'm running low on cash. You probably... he rattles his hands in his head and he's like, you probably know that. But I'm running low on... I'm running low on the coin. I'm running low. However, my body is still fully intact. If you're willing to hear it, I'm offering you a boon.
Give details and we'll discuss it further.
Here's the deal. We want to rectify completely, uphand the people involved in this in this tragedy, and probably make out with a lot more, and I point at the gold on the table. I'm like, a lot more of that than can probably fit in our wagon. I'll give you two options. I'll either give you the boon, like I said, or if you can help me rectify and uplift and get them out of power, the people who are involved in this, I will take you with us to go raid said cellar and allow you to take your pick on whatever you find down there and make away with however much gold you can carry. Or just take the boon if you're helping us, one or the other.
Risk or instantaneous gratification? I'll take the gratification.
That's fair. How much would you charge for this service?
He's inquiring about the boon.
Oh, okay. Again, like I said, whatever you see me all the time. Like, you're in the shadows 24/7. You know where I'm at pretty much at any time of the day. And it's a boon that you can decide on at any point in time. You could call on me and say, "Hey, it's time to go." I just ask that you let me make sure I have make sure that I'm healed up, or I got a little bit of sleep first. Something. So that way I'm not walking into, I don't want to half-ass up my favor for you. You know what I mean?
It's a steep ask you are presenting, friend.
I know it
Going
is.
against nobles is nasty business.
I know, but you should know me well enough by now. I don't like this. This doesn't look good. As far as I'm concerned, this isn't good for business in general. The more people, think about it like this, the more people that go down into that cellar and die at the hands of a night revenant, a literal revenant from hell that I stood face to face with, the more they send down there, the less people that you can get gold from, the less people that this guild can get gold from, the less money that flows into the economy of this town. The more people that get sent down there to die, the less money that rolls in.
He takes his hand off the shot glass, taking a coin out, and goes,
The house that has involved itself with this particular mission set is very powerful, very old.
You were muted for a second there, Mitch. What'd you say?
"Oh yeah, give me 1 second. I need to go grab a water."
He's gone. Side note. So far, that voice is amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's haunting, but it's great because he's my friend, I think.
Your business partner.
It's the I think. What? No.
He's my friend, I think
for me.
Sidebar to, this is above table. We rolled to see if he actually was my friend, and it's just business.
Aww.
I think of him as a friend, but he does not think of me as a friend.
Aw. Can that change?
Aww.
That's just sad.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Yeah. But that's above
okay,
table.
buddy.
That's above table.
Yeah. Like, as far as Bofer's concerned, that's his friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aaron and Tyrese are looking at each other like, yeah, no.
Yeah. Y'all might pick up the vibes, but Bover
Yeah.
does not.
Aw.
And as Mason kind of looks at you again, I'm gonna stop with the voice because that was really hard on my cards. It's been
go
far
for
too
it.
long since I've played this character, so my voice is.
Hey,
Very
bravo.
impressive, though.
Bravo. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
But Mason looks at you again, and God's now my brain's automatically triggered to fucking switch to voice. Oh no, I've doomed myself. He looks at you and goes,
The House of Red and Gold will not appreciate such inquiries. I'm sure you can understand the dangers of becoming enemies of the dragon.
Speaking of dragons, did you see the dragon outside this gate?
Several have crossed over. Both wild and wyverns have crossed over. The higher dragons, they usually stay to the keeps, lairs, and dungeons.
Sidebar, Aaron, did you mention to us that knuckle was not the size of a wyvern but bigger? Did you mention that to us?
I think I would have relayed that, yeah, because that's
Okay.
pertinent information. It was huge.
Okay, so I point out to him, I'm like, no, old friend, no, a dragon.
A day's ride away.
We encountered the tracks, and I point at Aaron. I'm like, go ahead, you tell him what you saw. He's got to know this stuff. He's kind of like the guy of this town. He's got to know this stuff. Let him know.
Yeah, I will say, it was easily like a day's ride from the gates, maybe a little closer to 2, and
something like that.
much bigger than the average wyvern track. They carved a trench into the woods. It looked like trees had been felled by an axe.
Yeah, they were heading west.
Maybe a wild dragon or something touched by the fogs.
Oh, great.
Hard to know in this day and age.
Yeah. But I know someone who might know. Anyway, so here's the deal. If you accept this offer, let me know, and you at a time and point of your choosing, when you finally decide what the boon needs to be, come find me, grab me, and let's get out of there and get it rocking and rolling, and I'll perform to the best of my ability. And who knows, if your boon is you want to see the cellar, we'll take you down there. I don't mind. But the main thing is just let me know what you think. Last question I'll ask, and then you can go back to your shadow manipulation. What is what's home look like today?
Puts his hand back over the top of the glass.
Improved. Buildings are improved every day. Buildings reinforced, walls raised, farms produced, markets grow.
Buffer smiles just a little bit and says, "It's good to hear." And about Cavella, how's she doing?
Hard to say. Many haven't seen her in quite a while.
I was afraid of that. Hey, thanks, old buddy. I appreciate it. And I put my hand on top of his, and I pull the shot glass out from underneath. I pull the gold out, and I'm like, it's always for you. Business is business, man. It's always good to see a gold friend.
He reaches into his belt pouch and pulls out a very tightly furled small scroll, probably no bigger than his pinky finger, and hands it.
Oh,
Careful where you read this.
okay. Any particular reason?
You know the reason.
Great. Okay. All right. Hey, business is business as usual. Hey, if you ever just want to sit down and drink, man, I would love to trade stories with you. It's been a while since I've seen you. If you ever want to just sit down and chat, let me know. We can sit down and chat. I'm always down to drink with an old friend.
He picks up his glass of whiskey and downs the whole glass in one go and puts it on the table. Burps lightly with a little bit of lightning that kind of crackles and turns some of his burp into like a small fire cloud as he goes.
Perhaps. But we'll see what unfolds first.
Perfect. Take care, old friend.
He gets up from the table and takes a step away as his body seems to deteriorate to almost sand, kind of glittering as he walks. But you hear footsteps kind of wander past you, Aaron.
His footsteps or someone else's footsteps?
His footsteps.
Oh, okay. I'm just, like, is there somebody invisible listening besides Tyranny?
I lean over to Aaron. I'm like, don't let him get to you. He does that trick all the time.
Well, he's not the only shadow specimen we know of, so good to know.
And I look over at Tyrius and I go, so what'd you think? What do you think of my friend there?
I think I said enough.
All right.
You what?
But,
It's like I said. I think I said enough.
yeah.
Just wait. Just silence for a couple of seconds, and then, yeah, I think I said enough.
Yeah. I look at.
Literally, Aaron's just looking at him like, you didn't say anything. What
Yeah,
are you...
yeah. But I turn to you, Aaron, and I go, so red and gold nobles are the reason. Like, this is all hush conversation at the table. I don't want to say this loud enough for other people to hear if there are other people in here, but I'm going to say red and gold is the perpetrators.
The Pendrates.
Okay. I didn't know their names, so I'm glad you could put name to face type thing.
Oh, trust me, we can, and they are absolutely a problem.
We've been talking shit this whole time about the Pendrakes.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, but we didn't mention their house colors.
Yeah, I just thought they were a people.
Also, you're not here.
Yeah, and I look at you, Aaron, and I say, and I also motion to Tyrius to kind of lean in. And I'm like, It's very concerning that he said the woman who taught me has not been seen for a while.
Yeah, I caught that.
And you kind of see Beaufort kind of start to.
What else is concerning?
What?
Well, the fact is that you're trying to whisper now, talking about the shit that you were just saying out loud 5 minutes ago. So, what kind of informant do you have? I mean, I'm just curious.
Oh,
it's like an open place.
Yeah.
You're in an inn, right?
Well, most of that conversation, if I'm not mistaken, Mitch, it's not. Anytime I've ever met with Mason, it's always been like, it's not out loud conversation. It's still kind of hush hush. If you were to be in very close proximity, you could hear it. But
so the way Mason works is when you summon him glass and gold coins, he takes a few minutes before he arrives and he puts several spells down.
Yeah.
One of which essentially makes any talk at the table that he sits at basically super muffled. So you'd have to have direct contact with the table to be able to hear what the conversation's about.
Yeah.
So he essentially has an AoE silence type thing going on that only he and the people at the table can hear what's going on. He is a very good informant and keeper of secrets.
Yeah, I relay that to y'all, and then I say he's a very very good informant and spy. He's, to me, a good old friend. He was there for me whenever I was going through my stuff. But yeah, good people. Now he does, require business. Like, he's not just gonna, show up out of the kindness of his heart. But he's a good guy nonetheless. If y'all don't mind, you do raise a good point about talking freely right now. Y'all want to head up to where? Do we all stay in the same room, or do we have our own rooms?
Yeah, so essentially it's like a big bunkhouse where.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, as you all kind of look around, you will notice that Calliope and Tyranny are sitting at
the. Wait,
shit.
Calliope and Tyranny are at the bar?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
She went up to the room. Wait. Oh. Where's Branch? Is he up at the room? Or is
Well,
he
that's a
down here
good
too?
question. Branch, where are you?
Branch does commit to the room because his leg needs rest, so he's not
He's
gonna go around.
He
Fair enough.
He's
Sleepy Branch.
I'll go up to the bar, and I guess I'll ask. I'll walk up to Tyranny, and I'm like, why are you not what's going on right now?
Oh, well, I'm obviously around friends and a guest to the party, so why wouldn't I be able to indulge drinking and maybe lighting up a cigar? She kind of like looks around to see if anyone else is like smoking. And you do see off in distant tables like people smoking like tobacco pipes. She's like, oh, excellent. Reaches into her sleeve and pulls out the other 3/4 of her red ember cigar and puts it in her mouth and clicks her fingers and starts the end of the cigar as she inhales deeply. Her face slightly flushed from the wine that she's drank, which isn't that much.
Yeah, but I go, but wait a minute. No. I get what you're saying. I get 100%. Totally there with you. But I would lean in and I go, you were invisible when we left the stable. Why?
Oh, well, I'm not quite sure how mundane people would react to my presence. But now that I've had a moment to get a feel, and she kind of like does this thing where she puts her like hands up and kind of like tilts side to side as she like wiggles around and goes, I feel some familiar essences, so I'm a little bit more confident in showing myself. So take a win where I can.
Hey, kudos. And I look at Calliope and go, how many have you had?
Calliope,
A half glass.
Calliope's gonna look at him like severely annoyed.
Can you not see I'm on a date right now? Like, how dare you? Just come up in here and blow up the spot. What's with you and Aaron? God damn! Like, read the room.
Beaufort,
Aaron's still at the table. Like, I didn't do anything.
but
What did I do?
I thought we were going to go say hi to friends. Beaufort puts his hand up and goes, I am so sorry. I thought he's like he's stammering and he goes, okay, have fun, and just walks away. He just walks
Like,
away.
I'm backing away. I'm slowly backing away.
Beaufort's gonna walk up back to the table if y'all two are still there and say, can you please show me where the room is? I would like to go there now.
Yeah.
And no. I say, I'm gonna go grab my registration card, and then if y'all would kindly show me to the room, I'm gonna go there as quick as possible. I just got yelled at by Calliope. I'm gonna go ahead and go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, making your way back up to the primary desk, you find that mousy girl again, and she literally looks like finished there. She goes, oh, perfect timing. Here, and she hands you over this iron-plated guild card.
Oh my
much
gosh,
different
yeah.
than the one that you got.
Yep, much different.
It has your name, your age, race, basic information, and then on the back it also has a whole bunch of various accomplishments that you have had as recognition. But yeah, that's pretty much it. She gives you a warm smile and goes, welcome to the Yedo Dare Adventurers Guild. It appears that you're from pretty much like easterly direction, so I imagine it's probably not as warm here. Let us know if you need any sort of change of garb. It can be rather chilly during certain parts of the year here that you might not be used to. Past that, she points over to the far side of the room. She goes, quest boards over there. They're all divided up by team ranks. So you're rank D with your new affiliated party. Just go to the D rank board. Let us know if you take any missions. If you're looking for Alchemist, CW is right down the hallway with he's our alchemist, and herbalist, potion maker. Past that, we do have the market. That's further down the hallway. And then if you're looking for the blacksmith, he's currently not here. He's back at his other forge, just down the street. They should be open by dawn tomorrow. But yeah, if you have any questions, just ask anyone behind the desk. And I guess enjoy your night. And she kind of like goes back to scribbling frantically on the scroll.
Real quick, what are there individual ranks on our cards as well, or is it just party rank?
It's a party rank on
Okay,
recognition.
okay. What are are the achievements mine, like me,
Yeah.
Bofer, or are they the parties that they just kind of stamped onto my card
Nope.
because I'm a part?
It is your individual achievements that have been recorded and passed down.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't like I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't like I am now like ascending or something. No. I turn as she before she goes back to scribbling. I'll be like, "Hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. What's your name?"
Oh, my name is Maria. Mariia.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, Maria, thank you very much for your help. I very much appreciate it. May Morodin bless you with many blessings, and I hope you have a great night.
Aw.
Not a problem at all. If you're a person that follows Morodin, you feel right at home at the Smith. So definitely pay it a visit once it opens.
For sure. Thank you. And I'm going to walk back to Aaron, and I'm going to go, get me to the room. I don't want to be here where Calliope is right now.
Yeah. Oh, she's not a like.
You don't see me over here wooing a bad bitch? Goddamn.
You're always wooing a bad bitch, Aaron says from across the room.
If you haven't gotten up from the table, Bofer's about to just start walking up the stairs and hunting it down himself. He's not
Oh,
here.
Okay, we're walking. God.
Bofer is not here. After getting yelled at for simply trying to like converse with people, no, he's not here no more. He's like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah, and as you two make your way up to the room,
and Tyrius too. I'm assuming Tyrius is also still here.
Well, I thought Tyrius would be with the shit.
Yeah, I go. I go, but Tyrius would, just because of this whole shebang, and he would really, really piss was it Calliope off. It's like,
What,
really,
he's gonna go over and tease her?
seriously, you just
Be a
busted
third wheel.
ass for nothing, and then just no, not a third wheel. It's just poking in every once in a while. It's like, hey, Calliope, did you know this? Oh, sorry. Can you just completely like random bullshit. Just get her out of the rhythm, and yeah, just completely just ruined.
You know what? You're fucking with my mojo, Ty, and I don't appreciate it.
Not as. Oh, sweetheart. Next time you plan a bit better. Besides, Bofer did nothing, so.
Not sweetheart. Not hit her with the sweetheart.
This wasn't planned. She came to me. This was impromptu. Y'all need to read the room. I did nothing wrong.
Oh yes, it was, but nobody said. Well, yeah.
No, you just mad, and it's okay. You can go be mad with them upstairs in the goddamn room while I woo my bad bitch. My baby mama is waiting on me. Why are we still having this conversation? Chop chop, get out my face.
Aaron and Bofer are on the stairs, meanwhile, just like, and we're walking. We're walking.
But I don't know if there's such thing as blinders for your ears. Bofer has tuned out everything behind him. He is walking forward. Nothing is getting into his ears from behind
Elective hearing.
Yeah. Like horse blinders, how they do like this. Yeah, I'm like this. I got blinders behind me on my ears. I am not listening anymore to anything behind me. I am getting away from the yelling. That's not happening.
Aaron's just shaking her head, just kind of laughing under her breath. She's like, these are our friends. Welcome to the glory hole.
Tyrius just heard something. Let me see. What was it? Calliope calling Tyranny a bad bitch, or what was it?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a big
So
mama.
he's
Her baby
definitely
mama.
going to this definitely going to use that. It's like, yeah, did you just call the demigod a bad bitch?
Of course I
Are
did.
you kind of like a first name basis by now?
Tyranny
I
lets
see.
out a bell like laugh as call her a demigod.
Oh no.
Better than a bad bitch, isn't it?
Listen,
I mean, one's closer than the other.
Is Tyrius
And which
stealing
one
your
would you like
thunder
to
right
be?
now?
Oh yeah, he's fucking completely fucking hooked up.
Oh.
Oh, so
Live
which
piece.
one would you like to be, a demigod or a bad bitch?
Oh, a demigod would be stepping on so many people's toes. I'm nothing so grand, but a bad bitch does have a nice ring to
exactly. I call him like I sees him. So, if you would allow me to get back to my bad bitch,
It's so
Hmm.
weird.
we can all have a lovely evening.
No, but it was. You see, I
No,
mean,
no, you came with the
I
smoke.
have a problem with that.
Well,
That
she doesn't.
I kind
That's
of
your problem.
offended.
It's between me and her right now. Me and her cool. We all over here. You came over here with your problems about
I-
our stuff. And I'm still on the date. You making me look an ass right now. I need you to go upstairs to the room.
Yeah.
To be clear,
Hmm.
it is the middle of the night in this guild hall. There's
Oh,
like maybe what, like a handful of people out at the
oh yeah.
tables. Calliope's screaming for the whole room to hear. And meanwhile, Aaron and Beaufort, I'm assuming,
Oh
have
yeah.
got to the top of the stairs by now, can still hear everything.
Beaufort
Brent
can't.
is having the best sleep of his entire life.
Beaufort
No
can't
one's
hear anything. I
around.
don't know what
It's
you're talking
like,
about, Aaron.
it's quiet.
Okay, Aaron can hear everything. Branch is dead to the world.
Beaufort is selectively not listening.
I imagine
Yeah.
Maria's over at the desk, just like, yep, this is happening.
Oh,
You know
She
what?
probably hear
she's
everything too.
drinking in the tea right
No,
now. She is absolutely drinking in the tea.
Oh, 100%. She gets
You
over
know
the break
what?
room later. She's like,
She
you
she's
guys.
I'm done with this
she is
conversation.
there just standing and is like nodding and acknowledging what she says, but it's like completely like a neutral and the kind of facial expression that pisses people off just
Yep.
looking at it. It's
Like-
completely like nonchalant and not for muscle moves. It's like,
All right.
yeah, you're right. You're
At this
no,
point-
but I no. You see, it kind of it hurts me. It hurts here. See,
Calliope
kind of
He's
is
gonna
going to
fight you.
waste a bardic
deep in my
inspiration. No, she's
soul.
not going to fight him. She's gonna waste the bardic inspiration. Hold on one
On
second.
whom?
Oh, I'm gonna waste it
On
on
me?
you, but I'm gonna use it. Hold on one second, because I can start performing.
Oh, God.
And yeah, if you watch me perform for 1 minute, you're charmed, and I'm just gonna be like, you're gonna sit here quietly if you're gonna be here. Hold on one second.
Oh,
So
Lord.
what is it?
If you're gonna come and
He has a
insert
bag
yourself,
of tricks. Oh my god.
if you're gonna come
Oh.
and insert yourself, you're gonna watch me woo this bad bitch. Damn it.
Wow.
Wait, isn't this also gonna like charm
Well-
tyranny too?
Yes.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point.
Oh my
So
god.
Calliope. All right, so I gotta do a performance check. Let's go, please, baby girl.
Bard v Bard. Let's go. Oh my God.
It's a 27.
Oh
So
my
Calliope's
word.
just gonna start singing and dancing to Tyranny about how long she's waited.
Oh.
Tyrius, you have a rather beefy charisma check to make. Or
Oh my
charisma save to
God.
make.
What is happening right now?
Okay.
Charisma save.
So I have to make a 27.
Yes, within reason.
Yup.
Bard v Bard, charisma
Nah,
v
that's not gonna
charisma.
happen. 17.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's
7
Oh,
plus.
jeez.
so very far away.
Yeah, so
Oh.
you
So
feel
charmed.
the charm kind of like wash over you. You're like, man, Blipe is a really good singer and dancer. Like, huh. And you just kind of like sit down, just like ponder on the performance for a little while.
Yeah.
Again, Branch is dead to the world while this is happening. I feel like Gopher's
During this time, Aaron
purposely
and
tuning
Bofer
out.
finally make it up to the room. Aaron clicking in the key and opening up. You guys are immediately verbally assaulted by just Branch like loud snoring into the
Yep.
Bofer's gonna walk up. I'm not trying to wake Branch. I'm going to, medically speaking, I'm going to come up and I'm going to get another pillow from like where my bunk is. Like I see an empty bunk, I'm gonna claim it as mine. And I'm gonna grab my pillow and I'm going to put an extra. I'm gonna slowly lift like his shoulders and his head, and put a pillow underneath his pillow that's already there, and then slowly put him back down so that he's raised up and he'll stop snoring.
but
Well,
yeah,
mostly
the
because
room
I need to talk
itself
to Aaron.
is the room itself is actually a decent size. There are 3 double beds. They're all kind of spacious, so even large creatures can sleep on top and bottom bunk. There is a table to either side to the rectangular room, a fireplace in the center that goes up to the next story. You have a bookshelf and a couple of chests. This is a very nice room for a party of 6.
So, after I do that to get him to kind of either he's gonna stop snoring or he's gonna quiet down the snoring a little bit. I'm gonna look at Aaron and go. So I'm gonna sit at one of the tables and just be like, so here's the deal. What I just did was, I know we were all kind of talking about taking the money for ourselves and yada yada, which is why I offered him my boon rather than offering him the cash we would get from looting the cellar. I don't know what he gets into. He's lives in the shadows. I have no idea. However, he's never done me wrong. So I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say, if he pulls me or comes to me, if y'all want to join, you can. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. That was kind of my own plan. Whenever I saw all the stuff in that cellar, I kind of already had that idea of talking to him about this stuff. But I'm not gonna force y'all to jump in on that with me. That is not your pride. You know, I'm not gonna put that weight on your shoulders. That was all me. And as far as Cavella being missing, last I heard, she was living well and doing great and she was fine. And so to hear that she is missing and no one's heard from her worries me deeply. She was the last shred of not only evidence to my innocence, but also the only shred of before y'all, before this group. She was the last shred of kindness that was bestowed upon me. I don't like it. I feel like I've held it together pretty okay, considering. I want to break down and cry to sleep, but I'm not going to because we have plans and we have things to do. The other thing is, I don't know much about these. What'd you call them? Pendrakes?
Yeah.
I don't know much about them. At least as of right now, I don't know much about them. So
I will. I don't know a whole lot about like the house as a whole, but I do know that they are a noble house, and we've run into a few of their number here at the guild, and one in particular, a guy called Gaston, is a grade A asshole.
okay.
So,
Um,
well, if we run into him again while we're here, we'll point him out when we see him. He was off hunting to the south when we left.
North.
Or north, I'm sorry. He was off hunting when we left. Thank you, voice on high, for that.
Okay. Do they ever, these Pendrakes, do they ever commingle into other like adventuring parties, or do they kind of stick to their own?
Well, I know. That's actually an excellent question because I know in like his party there were like there's a good mix of people, but were they Mitch? I would be asking you this. Were they all like Pendrake affiliated, or were they different like houses all kind of just working for him or traveling with him? Because I honestly
Well,
can't remember.
you wouldn't know much about the party as a whole just because the two high elves, the ancient elves,
Yeah.
I think they're moon elves is what I called them.
Mhm.
But yeah, the elder race of elves, you don't know them, you know what house they could have come from, but it definitely required some sort of major power thread to get those two into a place like this. However, Alex with two axes, because he has two axes, he appears just to be just a very powerful Goliath barbarian. So he was probably hired on directly out of either a different adventure guild, or he just bought outright from the clans.
Mm. Like, but wait, they buy and sell people, or like he was just like hired for his services? Like what?
A bit of both. I mean, it depends
I
on
knew it. I knew
the
it.
services rendered. They have been known to purchase servants and keep them as long-time workers, but there are also instances of them going to the mercenaries guild, going to the black markets and hiring powerful and nefarious people such as assassins, poisoneers, so on and so forth.
Oh, we know a thing or two about the poisoneers. Shit.
So,
Shit.
if you relay that to
I didn't
me,
think
if you relay that to me, I'll say this. Here's why. Here's why I ask. I told you about the dagger, and I pull it out, and I was like, I plan on turning this into a weapon of truth.
Yes.
I have no problem using it on these so-called pendrakes if we can single one out and get some answers as to who's pulling the strings behind this particular quest. Um,
Mm.
I don't know this Gaston guy. I don't. That name doesn't even ring a bell. Um, but if I can get this, if I mean, for the love of Morodin, if this blacksmith is as good as y'all are hyping him up to be, if I can get
He
him,
is.
if I can get this knife done fairly quickly and efficiently, um, this might be something worth looking into. Not saying we, dive headfirst into a situation we have no need of being in. But I, I would infer that this particular party does not enjoy injustice, and seeing all those halflings, and even though I'm not a big fan of goblins either, those goblins had lives as well. I don't enjoy seeing what I saw down there. Um, it's unfair, it's unjust, and frankly disgusting that someone with power would use that power to then bestow death upon people in such a manner as flicking a wrist for, just like nonchalant. Life should be cherished, not thrown to the wayside. Um,
I agree.
the last thing is, I know I mentioned my hometown in front of y'all, just so you're aware. When I left, they were building, but it was very slow. It wasn't necessarily that I can remember. It wasn't necessarily ramping up, but he also mentioned that it's like new buildings every day. To me, maybe not to y'all, but to me, that's kind of odd and maybe a good way. I don't necessarily know if that's good or bad, but typically, they're not as they're more into the weapon building, into the you know ingenuity of how weapons are made, how to make them stronger, better, how to make more efficient tools, um,
Mm.
and so hearing that they're thriving and thriving at a rapid pace, kind of puts a little tingle on my brain a little bit.
Spoil the mood.
But
You what? Curious, what'd you say?
I said spoils your mood.
yeah. But
They're
anyways,
successful without you.
before Bofer hits the can, I'm going to pull out my book and ask Aaron to sit with me for a second. And I'm gonna say, also, I'll tell this to everybody later, but they're all obviously busy, and I roll obviously busy.
Yeah. Aaron chuckles at that.
This book is how I have stayed not only alive but sane for the last 7 years. And I start flipping through the pages and showing you, like, you see names of people and attributes about them listed next to it. You see places. You see names of adventuring parties and attributes connected to that. You see, like, it looks like almost like a family tree spider web to each name and each group. And I'm like, the fog made me see things that day that were not true. And the hard part is that I couldn't distinguish whether they were true or not. So this book, I write down, and I show you like yours and everybody in the group's names and what I've written for them, and like you see Tough Hands scratched out, Tyrius, and then his is brooding but kind, and then you'll see like Branch, like it says Branch and it says cool guy, comma, helped me with my autopsy, so trustworthy. Like you just see these attributes. You see Calliope. It says acts like badass, but truly kind at heart, and then it just keeps going. I'm like, these are what anchor me, because if I go into that fog and say the fog, for instance, is whispering in my ear, and I see a visage of you in the forest that is, from what I saw in the fog that day 4 what looked like warriors coming down with swords on somebody, a humanoid figure who was like in a fetal position, like they were going to just execute this person, and I ran in to help. And come to find out that's not true. So for argument's sake, I keep people's names, attributes, what I know to be true about them written here, so that if I see something in the fog that does not look like, it looks like them but does not act like them, but I'm unsure, I can refer back to this. And I show you the map that I first drew, which was, it looks like a toddler's drawing of a map, and I'm like, I was drawing maps like this, and then I flip it and it's the one that you helped me with. I'm like, but now I draw maps like this, so it's a lot better. It's a lot better.
Yes.
But on the first map that I show you, it is very childish, but you see like town names, and then you'll see an X or an O next to the town. And Bover says the X's represent places I can't go, and then O's represent places I can go. This particular town, I was thrown out of when they found out who I was. But then, like, this town never found out, so I'm cool to go there. I'm pointing these things out and explaining what this book is and why you see me writing in it all the time. And I'm like, so if you ever get confused about what you're seeing in the fog, or if you think you know a person and maybe someone's trying to disguise themselves as the person you know, and they're not acting just right, and you think it's in my notebook, let me know, and I will open the floodgates and we'll figure it out. You also see like tons and tons of medical like writings. So like, I mean, like there is like anatomical pictures of goblins, owl bears, undead zombies, like just all kinds. Like Bofer has seen a lot. There is pages and pages of medical documents that explain each creature he's been with. And then I go, by the way, and I pull out my card and I show you my Adventurers Guild card and show you a bunch of achievements on it. I'm like, that's what all these came from.
Wow. Out of curiosity, this is stupid, but I gotta ask. You mentioned, I was gonna say, he pulled up, like, you mentioned undead. Is there vampires in there? It's stupid, but I'm just asking out of curiosity. Would there be vampires in his book?
I don't know if we went over vampires, did we, Mitch?
Probably not.
You have fought some undead, but vampires are
They're like a higher level.
pretty. Yeah, there are degrees of
Yeah.
vampires in this particular setting. Like there are the bestial vampires that are more animalistic and predatory in
Right.
nature. And then you have
Right.
things like the Witcher's higher vampires, which are able to blend into society without any sort of issue. So it's a pretty broad spectrum. I would say you probably would have fought at least like one of the bestial vampires.
That's kind of what I was thinking, yeah.
But it wouldn't have been anything crazy. It would have been probably like an Ekimara or a Catcan or something along those lines.
Yeah, you say vampire, and I'm like, oh yeah, here, and I flip to the page, and it looks like a mix between like a bear and some kind of like cougar or something, like a cat, like a big cat, and I'm like, so, and I let you see it, and I'm like, if you ever want this information, like by all means, like, and I start walking you through like what the teeth looked like, how the blood vessels ran from the teeth to the rest of the organs, and how the nervous system looked, and I'm like walking through it.
She's pulled out her own journal by this point, copying down, and under her breath, she's like, "I told Calliope dead man's blood would be useful."
Yeah, and so, and what I know after fighting one or two of these beasts, what the blood actually can do to you if ingested.
Then we might run into these things.
So just ingesting the blood in and of itself can lead to anywhere from minor to fairly harmful effects, leading up to like severe food poisoning, going into a lesser vampiric infection, depending on what kind of undead blood you are ingesting.
Okay, that's kind of what I figured. So I go, I don't know the magical ramifications of this, but I know, do not by any circumstance ingest it. Don't. It's not worth the gamble. I don't know what it does magically. I'm a very good medical student. Magic is still something I've been learning over the years. I'm attuned to it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm great at it. So I'm still learning. But as far as medical goes, yeah, don't drink that stuff. Don't do it. Don't rub it on a wound. Don't nothing. It's not pretty much. Let me just say this. Don't rub any foreign substance on your body on an open wound or ingest it. Let's just keep that as a baseline. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb. Yes.
I flip over to like one of the undead horde zombies that I've fought before, and I said, "You see this thing? This thing had the ability, to spit acid at you." Not just like a little bitty bit. I'm talking about like a full blown like jet swarm just at you. That stuff, even just touching you, sucked. So much less. Let's not do any foreign substances like, oh, I found this cool ointment in a dungeon. Let's not rub it on our body until we figure out what it is.
You don't have to tell me, but try telling the others that is all I'll say.
I'll flip to a page, and you see like a little like halfling man who was a part of my original adventuring party, and and it's like a wound, like you see like a diagram of a human, and then you or like his diagram of his body, and you see like a line on his forearm. And it's got a bunch of notes, and the notes basically point out that he tried his hardest to like get the magic of necromancy by rubbing some of the undead flesh and things into his wound to see if maybe the magic would seep in, and then turns out he ended up just getting so sick. so unbelievably sick, and I'm like, yeah, let's not do that. Okay,
It's like look at Milton. Don't be like Milton.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
be like Milton.
Don't do it. Not a good idea. But
Yeah.
anyways, I appreciate your company with my friend Mason. I know it might have been a little awkward just sitting there and listening to our conversation, but I appreciate the sit down. He is a good guy.
Oh, and actually, it's a little vindicating to hear that the House of the Dragon isn't to be trusted, because I felt like we were paranoid this whole time. Because everybody else seems to have such a high opinion of these guys, but no, I think it's just that they have a lot of gold and a lot of pull around here. But to be clear, Gaston and his adventuring party and probably his whole house, be careful who you talk shit to about him around here, because they do have a lot of pull, apparently.
Bofer smiles and says, "Yeah."
Like, we talk a lot of shit about him, but mostly among ourselves. Like, be careful who you say that to around here, because they're the people that pull a lot of strings around here, apparently, which is why they get away with a lot of dumb shit.
Bofer licks a finger, wipes to a new page. It writes, "Pendrakes - bad people," and then underneath that writes,
And like note their house colors, note their like sigil, all that, and she would describe it in as much detail as she knows.
for sure. And then I go,
just so you know what to look out for.
Yeah, and then Bofer immediately under that draws a line to like indicate that that's it for that group, and then goes underneath it and writes, what was that desk girl's name? Maria or Miria?
Miria. Maria.
Yeah, goes and writes Miria, cute and kind, and then draws another line. I'm like, cool. Slaps his book shut and goes, so I'm done unloading secrets for today. I'm trying to control the little bit of emotion I have left. I'm gonna go lay down. If you want to go check on Calliope, please don't let her do anything to me in my sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Erin's just gonna kind of nod and unpack her stuff and actually turn back to Bofer quickly. Be like, look, man, given everything that's happened and given that you're a person with feelings, if you need to cry, I didn't hear anything.
Bofer,
and Branch is dead. He won't say anything.
Bofer looks at you and smiles and says, as kind as that statement is and as heartfelt as it is, and I fully understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
It's not something that dwarves do lightly. It is reserved for the most powerful of circumstances. And my life's story being told is, as of right now, not good enough to be of great circumstance. So we'll change that in the future. Maybe one day we'll change that. And then takes his pack. Since I gave my pillow to Branch to get him to stop snoring, I'm going to take my pack off my bed, throw it at the head of my bed, and then just kick my boots off and then jump into bed and be like, all right, and I like prop myself up the same way that I did Branch and go, I snore louder than him, so I'm going to do my best to not. And then clocks out.
Right. And actually, is Tyrius still bothering Calliope, or has he come up to the room? Because I saw you roll the die while we were doing that.
Well, technically, I'm charmed, or at least that's what I understood.
Oh!
Yeah. So you are currently just like sitting at the table, just like contemplating. And you would hear Calliope and Tyranny talk.
For an hour, but Calliope's gonna look over at him. Sleepy. You wanna go up to the room? Maybe take a nap? Yeah?
Was that for me or to Tyranny?
That was to you, Tyrius.
Oh. Is that like an actual question, or that's a suggestion that I'm going to go?
So like an order.
A little bit.
Well, then in that case,
Like, you want to make yourself scarce so I can flirt with my dad, bitch?
yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Well, I would like to stay because you are beautiful dancing, but I think I'm tired, so I'm going to.
Aww,
Hey, buddy. And Calliope's gonna make the sweetest smile possible, but she's actually gritting her teeth.
She's like smiling with fangs.
Right.
She's like, get
Oh
the fuck
my
out. Go away.
Devious.
I need to generate that image with Calliope with fucking shark fangs.
Oh my
Right.
gosh.
Like, if you don't go away.
Probably by the time Tyrius gets up there, Bover's already out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Bover's already out.
Bofer would be out. Erin would be, cataloging her things, unpacking, checking her notes and all of that, and probably looking at her ring a little bit. Just like, do I call on him or has he had enough of me?
Probably need to feed him.
Yeah, that was why I'm like, do I, I feel like maybe I call him, maybe if there's still time, because I know we're getting, it's getting kind of late. But I would kind of like to call my shadow forth, be like, make sure he's okay. Because again, I can't stop thinking about the fact that like that's a whole person that I am like intentionally or unintentionally, I'm responsible for him now.
And as you are you summoning him or just making contact with him mentally?
I would say mentally first, because like if he doesn't want to come out, I'm not going to force him to, obviously. But if he needs to, say to eat and like be like properly taken care of, then yeah, I would call him forth. But I wouldn't just like kind of maybe like kind of squeeze my hand with the ring, be just like, hey, are you there?
What? Oh, shit, it's like an alarm clock, only worse. What time is it? What's wrong with you? Why aren't you sleeping like a normal person?
I'm sorry, what was that last bit?
He's asking why you're not asleep like a normal person.
What part of this party has suggested to you that any of us are normal people, man?
Oh, fucking touche.
It's just kind of looking at Branch and looking at Beaufort like asleep and just kind of thinking. I just wanted to make sure that you were good because I know you mentioned, that you need food and like rest and all of that. I wanted to just make sure you were okay. Just checking in, I guess.
Oh, yeah, just peachy. You put me to hard labor. Barrels with short stack over there. Not even a thanks. Just get back in my shadow. I'm great, Peachy.
And she, she's gonna take that in stride because he has a point. Like she's kind of gritting her teeth, but just kind of nodding to herself, like, okay, fair enough. And for the record, I am grateful. As much as we had a rough start, you've saved our lives a few times, and you've been a really useful help these last couple days. So I just want to make sure that you're doing all right. I don't want to take that for granted. I was raised better than that. I was raised with manners, damn it.
Aaron, this is the glory hole. What manners?
Well, you might not have manners. I was raised with manners.
I was raised by barkeeps in a
and then you
fucking
lost them
dwarven
halfway.
barkeeps, alright?
I was raised by an elderly elf because my parents went missing, but like he raised me to be polite, damn it.
I don't know. Apparently, according to Beaufort, my parents are like teen parents, low key. I'm a little concerned.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Pretty much.
You feel the shadow kind of stare at you for a moment. Not really summon, but that mental connection where you feel him eyeing you up, and he goes,
Well, I appreciate the thanks and warm words, but hey, it wouldn't hurt to, throw a guy a plate of breakfast every once in a while. I mean, look at me, I'm skin and bones here.
And again, she is going to take that comment in stride. And to be clear, I don't know how much he can feel of like her mental, emotional state through the connection, but she's quite uncomfortable with that thought because she knows like he's telling the truth. Obvious, it's right. It's clear to anybody who looks at him, he's telling the truth. And again, she's responsible for him as like her familiar now. And that's kind of on her these last couple days, at least. Like the last 150 years, she's not responsible for. That wasn't her fault. But like from the moment they've been connected, that is on her. And so she takes that in. And she's like, yeah, when, again, I don't know, like, how specific I was before, but whenever we eat, you're welcome to join us. Whenever we bed down, you're welcome to join us. I'm not going to deprive you. Even if I'm pissed at you, I'm not going to deprive you of food. I'm not going to deprive you of rest. You're a person, and you're a part of this now.
Oh, well, if that's the case, and you feel the shadow kind of like scoot out from underneath you and become elongated as you see a hand reach out from the floor and grab the pillow off your bunk and retrieves it back into the shadows.
You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I deserve that. So, you know what? She'll pull a Beaufort and she'll just sleep on her pack tonight. She'll
There
use
you
her cloak and
go.
her pack as a pillow. It's
There
fine.
you go.
We've slept in worse conditions the last couple days. Shit.
Hey, 45 degrees to stop snoring.
You can have it.
Said that Calliope plans on getting her own room tonight.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Beaufort's not listening.
Oh, well, I mean, obviously, yeah, Beaufort's dead to the world, and Branch is dead to the world.
Beaufort's not only dead, he's not listening to anything that Calliope says right now. Nope.
No, this is completely out of character. Calliope definitely plans on getting her own room tonight. You guys will not wake up to her.
We'll wake up and her bed is still made, her stuff is still gone. We're like, did she come back last night? Oh. We wake up, like, come down to breakfast, and she looks very pleased with herself the next day.
Tyrius, you walk into the room of two snorers and an elf covering her ears.
Well, what's new?
You know?
Oh, she's gonna be so bad with the tedious sores as well.
Honestly, as much as we need
Sorry
rest, I don't
about
know how
it,
much
but-
Yeah. I don't know how much she's getting tonight after everything that's happened.
Well, she's probably not getting more than Calliope.
Ah.
Oh, Lord.
I meant rest, not the other thing.
There you go.
Oh, sorry. My bad. My bad.
Yeah.
Misunderstanding. It's probably my
Yeah.
English, you know.
Yes, English is hard. English is actually hard. Real talk.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Okay.
But with that,
Yeah,
let us cut session, for it is getting quite late. And this is a pretty good ending point as everyone begins to wind down. We'll let Calliope and Tierney's scene fade to black and let them do their devious deeds.
Yeah, respectful cutaway.
And we shall come back next week with you guys waking up fresh in the morning.
Thank you for watching. Very much appreciated. I'm so glad you enjoyed it and stuck out to the end. Come back and see us live on stream, on TikTok, X, wherever you can find Raise the Idols. Come check us out. Stay up to date. All the fun things. It's going to be amazing. What an amazing ride. What an amazing story. And I hope you follow along.